Hi, Chris. My name is Tim, and I just but while I was on my plane back to my hotel, there had been a UFO report.
Such amazing quality of UFOs as the likes of Bill Herman. Now, Bill Herman had done a regression, and as many of you know, we kind of left off in a cliffhanger. He had Wendell Stevens, the author of Contact from Reticulum, the books that we are reading, and he had him on the phone. And he was like, oh my God, they're here, they're outside. And Wendell was like, well, I'll tell your family you're going to be safe. Go out there. This is just go do it for mankind. And he kind of hung up, and he was going outside to see this UFO. That's where we left off, and that's where we're going to pick it up today. But before we do, folks, quick word from the sponsors that make this show possible. This might be the last wallet you'll ever buy. I know that sounds dramatic, but I mean it. This is my Ridge wallet. And once I switched to this, I never went back. You see, before Ridge, my old wallet was a problem. It was thick leather, I'd carry it around in my back pocket, and if I sat down on it all day, my back would actually end up hurting. Plus, it was filled with a bunch of receipts I couldn't account for. It just felt like I was carrying around a brick all day. But then I moved to the notification bell while you're at it, while I'm looking for this stuff here. I think we were in the updated version. Oh yeah, he was given a piece of metal as well. This piece here, I'm going to bring it up on the screen. Kind of incredible. Once again, what happened with this piece of metal, we have yet to find out. So we ended off with the fall. By the way, if you guys are fans of this shirt, this is Area 52 branded Invisible College. We got a whole collection coming of Invisible College merch, which I'm really excited about. But this won't be launching right away. So, in the comments, and maybe we'll end up sharing some of that with you guys prematurely on our Instagram at Area 52 Investigations. Yes. So we left off where he says, "I'm going on out. I'll call you later." As this UFO appears outside. He hung up the phone and left me standing there, dimly realizing that this was the first in ufology. A witness had just informed me that he is going out to meet an extraterrestrial spacecraft, a ship from another world, and I am to patiently wait for his return. I looked at the clock, it was 12:25, Charleston time. My worries had only begun. I immediately called John Fielding in New York to advise him of this stupendous event, actually taking place as we talked. It was mind-boggling. I told him of my assurances to Bill and asked him to back me up on the promises, which he readily and promptly agreed to. He said he could be in Charleston by noon the next day if need be. He said he would call some friends for more backup if we needed it. I thought that was a good idea and agreed to do the same. My anxiety about what might be happening consumed me. I tried Bill's telephone number to see if he backed out of the opportunity or not. He was not too enthusiastic when it came time to go. Maybe it was only a sighting event. Maybe he had gotten some more photographs of the ship. We didn't have any night photos. The phone rang and rang, no answer. He must still be out there. I hung up my phone and went to the refrigerator. I ate and paced the floor in my house, wondering what was going on. Another half hour passed. I tried Bill's phone again. Still, no answer. I tried again, a half hour after that, and again, every half hour following. In between those calls, I contacted benefactors who had helped me out in UFO investigations before. I found no lack of support, and within 2 hours, I could have backed up my promise several-fold. I kept calling and was becoming elated over the possibility that he had decided to undertake a longer trip with them this time, if he had gotten aboard. I was well prepared to put the plan in motion by 6 a.m. if I failed to make contact with him before then. At about 4:40 a.m., I received a call from Bill Herman in Charleston. He got home about 20 minutes before then and made a pitcher of Kool-Aid and a few notes, and had then made this call. Not the first thing I would have done after being dropped off by aliens, but who knows? Maybe that's exactly what I'd be craving, is a pitcher of Kool-Aid. He gotten aboard all right. He had followed the glowing object in his car, taking telepathic directions from the ETs to an abandoned sand quarry. There, he came to a stop and parked his car and got out. The now dimly luminous flying object approached to within 10 to 20 feet above the pit area. The dark silver object stopped about 50 feet away. It was slowly rotating in a counterclockwise direction. The circular halo of silver-orange light stood off a little from the undersurface of the metallic-looking machine. He became apprehensive and wanted to run, but he was unable to do so. Then he felt something telling him to relax, and he trustingly was able to do as requested. Then a beam of aquamarine light extended slowly from the side of the disc near the bottom, and he felt himself being tugged upward. He was determined to remain aware of everything this time, and he succeeded in doing so to a point, but then, despite his determination, he went through a period of semi-darkness, and then he was awake. So this is interesting. As you see in the depiction here, and this is March 18th, 1978, 3 years after the famed abduction of Travis Walton, but a similar picture is being depicted where he's kind of being beamed up, so to speak. I wonder, this must be one of the earliest cases of this sort of tractor beam effect happening to an abductee. Aquamarine was also the color, I think, the blue light that he remembered initially from his first abduction experience. He was lying down on the same table as before, and the flashing of the bar of lights above was slowing down. 3 of those same extraterrestrial beings were standing by him, just to his right. Immediately, he recognized them. They were the same ones he had seen before. He tried to sit up, but couldn't. He still felt disoriented. He lay there a moment, and just as he started to ask about this confusion, everything came into focus and he recovered complete normality again. The one who seemed to be in charge mentioned for him to sit up, and then he spoke. Bill could hear him clearly, but his lips didn't move. Herman noticed a small emblem on the left breast of his one-piece suede-like suit. It looked like a serpent standing on its tail with wings. The voice was very similar. These were the same occupants as those of the 18 March 1978 abduction. He felt relieved. Oh, hold on. So this depiction is of the 18th of March. I see. Okay. He wanted to hold everything there and demand an explanation. He experienced a surge of hysteria as he thought, no one will ever believe this. No one. The voice of the leader relaxed and calmed him down. After much time, we meet again. We have initiated this contact for reasons and will explain. Come. You may be at ease. We trust the air you breathe is adequate and you are acceptant of our presence. In this, you have shown indication and promise. Bill looked around. Everything was the same as before. The bar of lights, the curved walls, the examining table, the doorway. But the box on wheels was missing and nowhere to be seen. That was the only thing that was different. He thought to himself, this must be the same object. And to his surprise, the leader said, yes, this is the same vehicle as before, assigned to this geographical sector. We will be traveling for a short amount of time together. We trust the time and the experience will not upset or disturb your activities. We did not come at a disagreeable time. We thought it was agreeable. We walked out of the room into, this is wild. Could you imagine for a second if this is real? Like, how would you react in this scenario? I suppose, you kind of asked for it, so you've got no choice but to play along. We walked out of the room into the hallway and turned left. Everything was the same. The walls, the floors, the lighting, everything. We walked into the control center, and the room occupied by the 3 other individuals. It was alive with activity. I walked toward the checkerboard of flashing lights. The blocks of the checkerboard were comprised of hundreds of little dots, raised and forming a square. The knobs and levers seemed to consist of plexiglass material, almost crystal in appearance. The tracks the chairs were on were similar to aluminum, and the tubular instrument looked like crystal and copper combined together. I looked all around the room and was amazed by the organized and sterile-looking environment. Everything was so clean, so new. Okay, before we read on, I want to pause here and look at this little image. We have what seems like extremely high-tech equipment for the time, nonetheless still reminiscent of a 70s depiction of a science fiction scene or scenario. The writing above the door, as you see here, which might be addressed, looks not dissimilar from the writing that he was sort of throwing down on paper during those automatic writing sessions. Their arms seem incredibly long, too, don't they? The scanning of the chest, this is something that comes up quite a bit, but I can't help but see this whole picture might be how you would depict this environment in that time. Now, either one, this is some type of figment of Bill's imagination for whatever reason, whether he knows it or not. 2, the aliens' technology is evolving alongside ours, which would explain the retro sci-fi look here. Or 3, maybe the aliens created this scene in order to sort of psyop our friend William here into thinking that this is indeed, some alien ship, when maybe the reality of it is much simpler or something. I don't know. All very interesting. Obviously, Occam's razor points to this is imaginative, but what if it isn't? So it says here under the photo, after his first involuntary abduction aboard the extraterrestrial spaceship in a beam of coherent bluish white light, Bill Herman woke up lying on an examining table with a bar of blinking colored lights above him, slowing down, and 3 very strange little human-like creatures in the room staring at him. They all were wearing one-piece dark reddish body-fitting suits like our winter underwear. He saw no buttons, snaps, or closures on any of these little coverall suits. The little beings were shutting down some machinery evidently used in the examination. He thought they looked a little like overgrown fetuses. One of them invited Herman to get down off the table and then took him on a tour of the ship. So, also the rod he's holding is very familiar. The suits being dark orange fits a description included. I don't know, I guess maybe after 50 years I'd feel a little saturated as well. The leader seemed to be watching my reaction. He spoke. We were very upset by the near collision with the Earth aircraft when it was vectored into our magnetic field. We were content no loss of life was incurred. We were impressed by the preventative measures taken. We as well have taken the steps to ensure the remoteness of a reoccurrence. The activities of our vehicles at the bottom of your planet were given much attention by those humans involved in the sightings and activities. We were rather amused at the explanations offered. I wondered if he was referring to the New Zealand UFO sightings and thought to myself, I wonder if they know much about Valentich. I was very much surprised at the leader's next words. Yes, the pilot of the aircraft is safe with our network. At his own desire and wish, it is up to him to decide his return. Whoa. Is it Frederick Valentich? the famous Australian pilot, a young man, not but I think early 20s, who radioed in this large object that was following him, that was above him, and kind of a distress call when all of a sudden he went missing and his plane was never to be found again. Case opened and never closed. The story of Frederick Valentich is haunting, especially when you hear the tape. There's also this depiction in Close Encounters of the Third Kind as near the end of the movie, there are a bunch of people sort of taken out of this flying saucer, and they seem to be dressed up as like young pilots, but time hasn't moved for them. And I wonder if one of those might be representing Valentich, but who knows? So this is Bill Herman, by the way. This is Bill Herman's thoughts that the being was reading. This isn't Wendell Stevens. So Bill Herman was very much aware of UFO lore, I suppose, at least as much as knowing the story of Fred Valentich here. So that does raise a little flag, I suppose. 1,000 questions filled my thoughts. Your questions are many. Do you wish them all answered? Do you wish rather to see once again the instruments and machinery that exists within this craft? You are free to go wherever you wish to go. Your questions are compounded with your attempt at comprehension. Very promising, very indicative of your abilities. What does that mean? Your questions are compounded. You humans call reticulum. Is situated as a small diamond of stars midway between Canopus and Carina and Achernar and Eridanus. Well, Eridanus is that star that we talked about with that whistleblower. The 65,000 humans that were taken to a separate planet as a bit of a test from, our creators, as it were. There are 5 stars in the constellation Reticulum. We come from 2 of them. A supernova implosion occurred eons ago, with implications cataclysmic in proportion. A similar implosion has been observed by human astronomers in recent months. As we walked into the control room, the checkerboard was solid silver in color. The leader motioned me to the desk on the right of the panel. Cross between a TV screen and an open window was located in the center of the desk. The starlit sky was visible, and a silver disk of light moved closer into view. It was another object, like this, in flight. Only it looked much larger, immense. The leader spoke matter-of-factly. Below you, you will observe a rendezvous with a similar observance vehicle. It has come from an area you call South America. You will immediately perceive its size differential. It is conducting experiments in hydrodynamics at a location called the Salado River. Humans in the city of Rosario observed the ship on an experiment testing activity. It was only observed for a brief moment of time, and the sighting will soon be forgotten, probably identified and explained as an aircraft from the area of Santa Fe. Wait, what year was this? 78? I'll be right back. Well, just so happens that in the auction that I previously talked about in the last episode, I purchased a lot of these photos. There was one from Santa Fe. Now, Santa Fe, Argentina, 1977. And yeah, sure enough, looks like one of those top hat UFOs, something that actually showed up quite a few times in several photos that I have. Very interesting indeed. Also really cool that there's like this 3D sort of effect that he keeps talking about with the console. I don't know if that's too far ahead of, it's late 70s, early 80s. I mean, Isaac Asimov has pretty much rounded all the corners in terms of what's possible in science fiction, so this is nothing new in terms of an idea. Amazed by the information he told me, I looked at the size of the ship and its shape. The stars moved slowly past, almost at a crawl, as the 2 objects continued on. By 2, I mean the one I stood in and this larger disc. The leader then walked a few steps behind me and moved a chair just behind me, seemingly for my comfort, and I nodded, thanks, and sat down. In vain, or so it seemed, I asked once again, why show me? If you only knew how many others wish to see and confirm the things I see. And I was just cut off, not rudely, but patiently, almost with graciousness. We have initiated this contact with you for the benefit of those interested. Your request to be placed near your associate is considered inappropriate. Perhaps at a later date. Yes, we will continue our contact with you by way of direct observance procedures, meaning face-to-face contact as now. As I said before, you manifest patience and deliberation, qualities acceptable to the network. You must, however, guard your actions. There are those operatives within your investigative organizations who work for the suppression. who work not for your benefit, but solely for your demise. They seek in vain to destroy any chance or hope of contact. You encountered those operatives when the bar was carried by you to your associate. We were unable to ensure his safety, and you, by your deliberation, ensured yours. And the information you received, the intersectional data, was preliminary to much more to come. You will be a benefit, a factor in future preparations. By your actions and the safeguarding actions of your associates, you have done much to improve the continued possibilities of contact. It is not up to me, but rather will be left up to the network consensus. You do have our recommendation and support. Your associate, whom you talked with this evening, will observe our vehicles in operation at a later date. He will be notified. We have means to notify those we wish to notify anytime, anywhere. Patience will be his reward. In regard to the bar, we have been authorized to give solely and without favor to you. It, as was stated, is a gift of respect and appreciation. You are one of the few to receive such a bar. It has much value to us, though is regarded worthless to you, and when value is estimated according to your primitive measure of comprehension. To decipher the meaning is to understand our meaning. This all sounds, I mean, I'm on the fence here, because this whole, like, you're the chosen one type deal is a little convenient. But also, I want to know what happened to this bar. What's going on? Did we miss a part? Did we skip something? We're going to have to look into that after, folks. I wondered aloud where we were, and as if to answer, the leader spoke. There is no need to inculcate. Inculcate? I really got to look up this word. It keeps coming up here. Also, how good is Bill Herman's memory that he can recall an entire, we mispronounced that one and butchered it, but we learned. What does this mean exactly? Quick word of advice for anybody reading out there. This is good practice. If you don't know a word, don't pretend you know it. You're not doing anyone any favors, including yourself. Look it up. That's what it's there for. Teach and impress by frequent repetitions, or repetitively teach someone, is to unculcate. It's a good word. I might use it from now on. Look for that word to appear on a podcast near you. Once I'm a guest, I'm going to pull like a Jesse Michaels and pull one of these wild words out and just leave you dumbfounded. He does that, by the way. I appreciate it, because I get to learn where I'm editing the podcast, and I'm like, what the heck does that mean? My turn, baby. All right. Also, sorry for I keep droning on, but the whole, like, oh, there are people who are basically within your organization, and like, it all seems very convenient that you're like calling out, like he might have people in his crosshairs, you know what I mean, before, and just noted, I'm still, not judging. I'm just saying this also sort of lowers conviction a little bit, for me anyways. There is no need to unculcate. Unculcate? How is it unculcate if it's an I? That's what they're saying here, though, huh? Unculcate, yeah.
Inculcate.
Oh, no, inculcate. It's UHNG, sounds like. I'm not even kidding. If you write the word in, inculcate. Man. All right, we're learning. Just a quick little interruption, folks. These are now available on Area52.shop, our brand new Area 52 brass pens. They're very heavy. They have an exchangeable cartridge. So if you ever run out of ink, you can just simply swap the cartridge on the inside. I use this every day to take notes. If you guys want to check it out, they're only $20 and they're available right now at Area52.shop. There is no need to inculcate loss of memory in regard to this evening's occurrences and events. Is that the right meaning of the word in this sentence? Wouldn't it be incur? There's no need to incur loss of memory in regard? All right. I'm moving on. All right, I'm over it. A fact will be your ability to recall. Would you wish to observe the lights of your manned spacecraft center complex? I looked at the screen. Off to the left, you will observe what is called Florida, and there is your assembly area building. Toys that delight our interest. It is ironic that your space center is near an ocean. Where we come from, our operational vehicle lies near an ocean also, though consistent 1/4 of water as you perceive liquid. We will now be turning. I looked at the screen and I was able to see lights of a city below in the darkness. Then there was a motion to my right, and an occupant stepped forward and bent down, looking at a set of lights in what resembled dials. Then the occupant walked over to the leader, and both stood facing each other. I heard an indescribable sound. The leader looked at me, and I turned looking at him, and he spoke. We are being observed by individuals below who are driving on a roadway. I wondered who, what, where, and the leader paused, apparently watching my reaction. It was obvious. This turn of events was leaving me in a state of utter astonishment. He spoke up again. We will slow down so you can observe reactions to our presence. You may find it interesting. I looked down at the instruments as the checkerboard lit up and grew bright. The occupants in the room moved back and forth in an organized here where it came from. Again, the leader spoke. The screen showed a Pinto station wagon in front and a Buick Electra behind it. Both cars pulled off the road. A lady was standing at the driver's side of the Pinto, and a man was standing on the driver's side of the Buick. The screen then moved up to a close-up picture. I felt less than 5. The man will just sit and watch. A useless gesture on their part if we wish to direct observe. But this is not our purpose. We will now continue on our way. We are now coming up over your home state. I was then motioned to come with the leader. I walked up towards the doorway. We walked away, and then walked into the closet-like room, and the back door closed. And after 4 or 5 seconds, opened directly in front of us, and we were in a propulsion area. It was identical to the room I saw on March 18th, thus adding to my confirmation that this vehicle was the same one as before. I asked about the propulsion and was told that I couldn't comprehend it, even if it was explained to me in physical formula. A combination of gravity/equilibrium manipulation by electromagnetic energy mass conversion within a unified field of positive and negative particle beam fusion based on principles beyond your present technological capability, he said. Well, that sounds an awful lot like what we're trying to dissect here with this technology. So points for Bill explaining the technology that he witnessed. We then walked out of the propulsion area into the closet-like area, and after about 5 seconds, walked out and back into the hallway. Walking back down the hallway, we turned into the inculcation chamber, the examining room, and I was asking questions about the energy used to operate the vehicle. The leader spoke quite emphatically. It is a paradox that your society loses energy resources. The multitudes of lights that use energy continue to operate even after the light of your sunrise. In that regard, your energy resources are many, but your scientists seem to ignore the most beneficial source. But enough. Our time together is over. I was motioned to lie down. The leader took my right arm, and in an apparent gesture of friendship, concluded our conversation. The transference beam will place you near your car. We trust this mutual exchange of information has been agreeable. Remember our words. Weigh them carefully. Go and rest. We will meet again. The bar of lights on the ceiling began flashing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There was an intense feeling of relaxation, and the next thing I knew, I was standing next to my car, and the disc was rising upward slowly. This is the bottom view of the disc. So there's this corona that did not touch the ship, this circle of light that was floating underneath it. Very interesting. And it had an orange-like glow, and the above disc was shimmering near bluish. Okay, and then it had flashing and spinning lights. Just a whole light show going on here. And what's interesting, too, is that you have the top going one way, apparently, like rotating one way, and the bottom part, or at least the three bell-shaped protrusions underneath of it, rotating the opposite way. And this is something, we heard from Udo Wartena. It's something we hear time and time again from a lot of stories that, there's this counter-rotation that might have something to do, with the propulsion. Interesting. Well, let's see what Colonel Stevens makes of this. The other disc was at a higher altitude. Then the two discs maneuvered next to each other, and both then, in a blur of soundless motion, were gone. I stood there, all alone, listening to the silence. A feeling of relief and great thirst came over me. I got in my car and drove home. When I got home, it was 4:15 to 4:20 a.m. I don't recall exactly, but I called Wendell Stevens in Tucson and drank 2 pitchers of Kool-Aid, took a shower, and went to bed. I was emotionally drained. This bothered me. And that ended Bill's summary of the second abduction, this time voluntary, a trip which he willingly undertook to try to get more information. I myself was greatly relieved also, and was happy to make all the calls necessary to call off the arrangements made earlier in case Bill had an opportunity to stay longer. Much like Valentich's opportunity. The sightings and the telepathic transmission continued at a frequency of nearly twice per week for some time. He also continued to receive the strange symbols in the alien written form by automatic writing, but was still unable to read it. During these extensive conversations Bill had with the ETs, the alien ETs, he never saw their mouths open at any time, even when they were talking, though he was sure he was hearing the sounds with his ears and not telepathically, which he was by now familiar with. He heard those sounds audibly, like surround stereo. We discussed the possible use of a translator device that converted their speech to our language and broadcast it through speakers, but he saw no evidence of any speaker system. He looked closer at the ET's hands this time, and not only confirmed the earlier observation, but added to it. They did not have fingernails, and the fingers seemed to be extended and retracted at will. Ew. Gross. The ends of the fingers were slender and slightly curved. They were articulated differently also, and although slender when extended, seemed strong for their size. Ew, their gangly little thin, long fingers can stretch out. Gross. The instrument panels aboard the ship did not have switches and knobs like those we are accustomed to, but more like touch panels. Ooh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Now we're talking about technology that's definitely ahead of its time. The meters were different, but more of a kind of moving waves of light in 3D. These instruments seemed to present multiple information in a simultaneous display. During the last week of August 1981, my co-investigator in an extensive UFO contactee case taking place in the western part of Switzerland was visiting the contactee and his friends and associates, again, rechecking details and picking up new contact data for our record. Lee Elders was staying at the farm of Edward J. Meyer, where he intended to meet some new witnesses in that Swiss case. As the international director of an Arizona-based industrial counter-espionage firm, Intercept, he was covering 2 projects in one trip. From Switzerland, he would go to London to bid a security project in that country. So we're talking about Billy Meyer here. This is interesting. At one point, in one of the long private discussions he carried on with Meyer, he asked about any perceptible change in the nature and frequency of the contacts Meyer was having with some beings who told him they came from a star pattern, which we call Pleiades. We had already observed cyclic patterns of activity, and Lee was really seeking to find out where in the cycles we were at that time. Meyer responded that the contacts had been coming fairly frequently of late, but that there would be an interruption for a while. On the last visit, his contact had told him that their operations over Earth would be curtailed for a time because they, the Pleiadians, were going to a meeting in the Andromeda Galaxy concerning affairs in the sector of our galaxy, which also included our solar system and Earth. Only a small standby team would carry on operations on a very limited scale until the return of the delegation. Well, good to know. I'm glad we know all these things. It's important so that we don't get worried when the aliens stop showing up. This piece of insignificant information stunned and amazed me when I heard it, for it so happened that while he was gone, I'd finished up and delivered my extensive report, UFO Contact from Reticulum, a report of investigation, a 416-page hardbound book on a single UFO contact case taking place in Charleston, South Carolina, to the printer in Phoenix, and then, after receiving 2 more recent contact notes from the Reticuleans to Bill Herman, which seemed to be important enough to immediately prepare an addendum and rush it to Phoenix to be added as the last pages in the book, I had done exactly that, and the book was now on the press. Now it was his turn to be flabbergasted and astonished as I read to him a part of the second of those last 2 messages mechanically transmitted through a telepathic process to William Herman. That message was received in Charleston the evening of 29th of August 1981, and in part reads as follows. This is from the first book of UFO Contact from Reticulum. Data injected into lexicon. Network notified of data assimilation. Individual probe dispatch successfully implemented. Probe isolated from individual observance. Insertion into program diversification. Direct observance subject given Anbati status. Inculcated data forthcoming. Cultivation of accumulated data implemented into network vehicle operations. Individual scale increased. Geophysical analysis integrated into current systems. Protective measures enhanced accordingly. Expedition to Andromeda stellar system approved by decision of network eldership. Earth operations discontinued for stated period. Whoa. Wait, you're telling me that Bill Herman had this message before anyone was made aware of Meyer saying that the Pleiadians had to go to Andromeda on business? That's kind of wild, if true. That's kind of crazy. Also, the language seems very robotic and not unlike, Jim Penniston or even Jeremy Weeks. The translations, the transmissions that they've received were also quite sterile in nature. Oh, this is interesting. I'm interested in this. I like this. I like the idea that aliens have to go on business meetings as well. I think that that's very human of them, and I appreciate their humanity. I like the idea of a Star Trek universe, of a Federation being out there, with hierarchy and oversight, and I feel like that's something my mind can comprehend. I'm also aware that the reality is probably far more complex and fantastical than I could ever put together in my little brain. But this is a fun way to digest it. This was truly astounding. The Pleiadians and these beings from Reticulum were both curtailing operations over the Earth at the same time, and for some time, and were both going to a meeting in Andromeda on affairs concerning this sector of the galaxy. Was this merely coincidence, or were they on similar business? There's been other evidence that both separate groups of ET visitors are aware of each other. The first of these last messages, received 4 days before the 25th of August 1981, contained the following. Data is integrated into a network lexicon, and implications involving the subject are determined. Conclusions are then transmitted throughout the network. The network communications with planetary, intergalactic, prevalent existing life forms is based upon universal and interuniversal committee. Recognition of interuniversal principles and organizational thought is directed primarily towards preservation of the evolutionary spectrum and advancement of the human civilizations. Whoa. These are things that we're, oh my gosh, that is crazy. Hold on. This is 81? This isn't prior to Jim Penniston. Isn't Penniston 1980? December 1980. December 1980, but those messages weren't decoded till years later. So we don't know. Yeah. Well, it seems like this came first. So if anything, if untrue, Jim Penniston would have borrowed from this, but if true, this would be the originator, because listen to this. Advancement and preservation, the preservation of evolutionary spectrum and the advancement of human civilizations. This is the exact language used in both the Jeremy Weeks and the Jim Penniston stuff. This is wild. Wild if true. My goodness. Interference into the entire direction of the planetary scale of the selected planet is prohibited. All right, par for the course there. A violation concerning this interuniversal committee will result in the total eradication of the responsible life form. The penalty of violation is beyond reversal, rescindation, and compromise. The Pleiadian race has agreed, as have the Council of Dorado and the Horologium Assembly. The eldership and the other quadra-universal representatives are in full and complete agreement with all tenets of interuniversal committee. The forthcoming observance of network vehicles will be manifest. The network has monitored the progress of inculcated data and resultant documentation. More astounding to me as an investigator is the reference to the Council of Dorado and the Horologium Assembly, terms assigned after correlation by their lexicon, apparently other associated space-traveling entities like the network. So now we have at least those three known to each other, and also known to the Pleiadian visitors to Switzerland who are part of still another association of space travelers. When I asked Bill Herman what the Council of Dorado and the Horologium Assembly were, he said he did not know. But we tried to get more information on them. When I looked in the star charts, I found that Dorado and Horologium are the neighboring star systems on either station, that all three systems have an unusual percentage of G-class suns. just like ours, and thus could be very similar to ours. That certainly must merit a good deal more study by those more competent to do so. Bill was amazed to find that it all fit together in a certain way, which he only discovered after it was put together for him. This was a pleasant surprise to me as well. All right, here's some notes. I just wanted to go over the little bar here that you see in the picture. It says this small metal bar was delivered to William Herman in a basketball-sized globe of brilliant bluish-white light at 5:30 p.m. in the late afternoon, 21st of April, 1979. It was immediately preceded by transmission of a full page of alien symbols by automatic writing from the ETs. They said the bar was a token of their recognition.
Lucy, Viv, you got to save all you win for the bagpipes. What if just 2 of the Pipers group showed up? I wonder if that would save the day for Jocko Mooney.
Just 2 of you gentlemen. I made arrangements for the... Oh!
Might you 2 lads be?
Oh, us lads is lassies. Yeah. I'm Lucy McPherson. I didn't think you were going to make it.
Well, you see, at the last minute, I did a wee bit of juggling.
Oh, bless your wee bit of juggling.
Major, your group was marvelous.
Well, thank you.
Why don't we do a Highland fling?
A good idea.
You know how most drinks have refined sugars? Honey is the only whole food healthy sweetener. You can order online at kapokoshoney.com. Or you can come by our store. We have a large variety of small batch local honey to choose from, or sign up for our beekeeping class. We all know how bad refined sugars are for our health and environment. Instead, use honey. It's nature's sweetener. Come over to our store or visit us online today.
They say, trust the facts. But whose facts? Whose version of the truth? In a world flooded with information, you can't afford to just believe. You need to know. That's where Factron Tools comes in. Not here to tell you what to think, but to give you the power to find out for yourself. At the core is David, powered by our advanced search engine, designed to do what others can't. While traditional search engines skim the surface, Factron Tools dives deep, cross-referencing data, detecting hidden patterns, and exposing contradictions in real time. It doesn't just pull results, it analyzes them, comparing sources side by side to identify inconsistencies and validate facts with forensic-level precision. Our dynamic keyword evolution adapts as you search, uncovering connections you didn't even know existed. No algorithms pushing trends, no bias, just raw, verified information tailored to what you need to uncover. Don't take anyone's word for it. Do your own research. With Factron Tools, the truth isn't told, it's proven.
Finally, bring your online events to life with both live and recorded videos, interactive documents, buttons and calls to action, and watch your audience commit and convert in front of your eyes. Meetin gives you the tools to sell, convert attendees into paying customers, manage your time, extend your reach, and grow your business. Sign up today. Meetin, connect, share, grow.
Hello, I'm Mr. Red. A horse is a horse, of course, and no one can talk to a horse, of course. That is, of course, unless the horse is the famous Mr. Red. Go right to the source and ask the horse. He'll give you the answer that you endorse. He's always on a steady course. Talk to Mr. Red. Of course, unless the horse is the famous Mr. Ed. Go right to the source and ask the horse. He'll give you the answer that you endorse. He's always on a steady course. Talk to Mr. Ed.
Just rest and enjoy the sun. Now I want you to take a nice long nap.
Carol,
Yes, dear?
close my eyes. Boy, this is what I call living.
Not enough sugar.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Did I disturb you? How was the lemonade?
Not enough sugar.
Would you like another glass?
No, thank you, honey, no.
Will you just relax? Rest.
Isn't she a wonderful wife? Boy, there's nothing like marriage.
Big deal. 1 week off, 51 weeks slaving.
Oh, you're wrong, Ed.
Recognition of Herman's new Ambati status, which was not defined. Note the symbols and placements on top of the bar. So the metal bar was about 3 centimeters wide by 7 centimeters long and about 2.5 centimeters thick. It was slightly smaller on top than on bottom and had 8 principal symbols plus MAN recessed into the top surface. The 8 symbols were like star map symbols for the constellation Reticulum, except their layout depicted that constellation as seen from a point on Earth where where they would be seen at zenith overhead. Ordinary star charts do not show them that way, because the zenith position would be over a point in the mid-southern hemisphere, for which we do not make star charts here. More details, an analysis of the metal, and a color photograph is printed in the original UFO contact reticulum by Stevens and Herman, copyright 81. Leader was the only one with a distinguished emblem, by the way. Fun note, didn't know. Oh. If you go to 12, the note here, it says, it appeared in retrospect that the ET leader was referring to a sighting incident near Santa Fe, Argentina, involving one of their ships on a research project in Rio Salada, north of Santa Fe. It made the Argentine newspapers, and was finally explained away as an Argentine airplane operating in the Santa Fe area. What the witnesses really saw was exactly what they described, a 100-foot diameter circular craft coming from the north at low level and zooming up steeply. Unaware of that sighting, Bill thought of the Valentich disappearance in Australia and switched the discussion to that. So this could be, I mean, this is in the exact area, but this would have been maybe a few years prior. This is 1977. Notice the angle as well, as if about to take off. In a final note here, it says, we have not found a UFO abductee case yet where the human abductee has reported feeling inertial forces while aboard a spacecraft in flight, though we can clearly see the flight maneuvers are rather abrupt. That's one of the things I think that baffles most people, is this, that the gravity inside the craft is unaffected by the gravity on the outside of the craft or whatever. So stranger yet is the inclusion of Billy Meier into this lore. Over here, let me grab this. Colonel Stevens is no stranger to the Billy Meier case. This one here printed, I think, in 1978. And that was from, you know, the infamous Billy Meier, where obviously the only photographs to rival, I think, Bill Herman's would be Billy Meier's. This one specifically. Now, you say Billy Meier, and there are a ton of Billy Meier photos that look absolutely ridiculous. And I mean, so far-fetched that it's almost, it makes you question not whether or not they're authentic. They look fake, 100%. It makes you question the motive, and also why his earlier photos looked so good. Like, his earlier photos, you can take to any photo expert, and there is no explanation given other than that's an object in the sky. Looking at his later photographs, you go, what is this, a cake? Is this a joke? Is this a farce? You know, so some would speculate that maybe something got to Billy. Maybe the sightings got to his own head after they stopped, and he needed to, you know, keep producing material. He's got over, I think, 900 contact case stories listed on some website. These ongoing contacts with these different Pleiadian beings. At what point, you know, is it, it's just so hard for me to know, because, you know, you look at this stuff and you want to keep an open mind. And with Billy Meier, I keep an open mind for the earlier stuff. I'm not going to rule out, you know, things get complicated. And if you throw the baby out with the bathwater, you might miss something. And many people are like, I don't believe Billy, or I believe him. That's fine. If you want to put yourself in a binary situation, by all means do so if it helps you sleep at night. It actually keeps me up at night. I'd rather lower my conviction with the later photos, but then like look into some of the earlier ones that were just, they were so remarkable. Unbelievable. When I say unbelievable, I don't mean it in the literal sense. I mean in the figurative sense. They looked amazing. As a photographer, they were just incredible to look at. Some of the best photos we've ever seen. I think one day we'll have to open up a Billy Meier case and look deep into some of the earlier stuff. The later stuff I could probably do without. There's a lot of contact stories with these, you know, Semyaze and all the other Pleiadian beings, and it becomes just a little too world building, and maybe it's true. I don't think I'm ready to certainly suspend my disbelief to that extent, because it is, you know, borderlining a really good fantasy novel. And although I'm open-minded, I got to start slow. I got to start by dipping my toe in the water. So maybe we'll look at that one day. By the way, Billy's still around. He's somewhere in Switzerland, I think. Still doing his thing. Would be awesome to get to talk to him one day, but who knows? We shall see. Folks, that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this little read-through. I'm going to take a look at this. There might be a part 3, because I do believe there is another part of the story which includes his friend. Because as the aliens told him, like, your friend's going to be contacted soon, I think we're going to hear from that friend. And I would love to see where the story ends up. And it's just sort of an unfinished story for me now, and I hope you guys feel the same. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this story, and I can't wait to take a deeper look into Bill Herman's past. Folks, if you like this video, leave a like, you know, all that stuff, subscribe, hype it up. There's a hype button if you can do that. I don't even know what that does, but surprise me. And I really appreciate you guys. If you want to see us on tour, this might be your last chance before tickets sell out. February 5th in Austin at the Paramount, February 20th at the Rialto in Montreal. Some tickets still available if you'd like to come see us live. Love to have you there. We got some amazing guests. You're going to kick yourself in the butt if you weren't there in person. It's going to be a good time. And I look forward to opening some more dates up soon. Hopefully I can confirm that with you folks. Check us out, area52.shop, patreon.com/area52investigations, and all the other links are below. Thanks so much for watching. Peace and love.
If extraterrestrials wanted to visit the United States and do it legally, they would need to land their spacecraft in Green River, Wyoming, because that's where the only FAA-sanctioned intergalactic spaceport is located. I couldn't believe a place like this actually existed, so I drove the drone patrol unit across the country and headed to Wyoming to investigate. It was a long journey from Tennessee, and the entire way I'm imagining what I might see at a real FAA-recognized intergalactic spaceport. Would it be a bustling hub of futuristic aerospace technology? Or would it be just a bunch of gravel spread out in the shape of a runway?
I made it. Look at all this spaceportiness. There's a sign. Greater Green River Intergalactic Spaceport. Scan me, okay. All right. Of course. No internet. I'm gonna drive the rest of the way in. What is this up here, Daisy? Looks like an old car. Wow. It's everything I hoped it'd be. There's even a little snow. There's a lot of bullet holes in this old car. So that's why I'm gonna shoot it with a snowball. I don't believe you. I just don't believe you. For aviation purposes only. Well, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, okay, well, all right. See, if that wasn't here, then I would have hopped the fence. This sign says it's okay, but then that sign says no way. But then this sign says fish it, float it, fly it. I think I'll fly it. It's very windy out here, so I'm gonna go with the Mini 4.
You're about to see goggle footage because just 2 days later, I lost my little Mini 4 in the dumbest way possible. Here's a very sad me to tell you what happened.
I was having a great vacation until I've been shooting stuff with my little Mini the whole way. I filmed this beautiful fog here in Oregon. I got the drone back and I wanted to let Daisy pee real quick, and I put it on the back of my trunk and I drove off. I got 20 miles down the road, realized what I had done. It was right here on the back of my trunk. Well, it certainly is demolished. I just want the card. I can't imagine the card will be intact because this is the back. The car would be around here somewhere. I'm literally sick. I'm sick to my stomach. I don't think even the NTSB could reassemble this. And I'm looking for a little red and black card. And it's strewn from about that pole all the way down to where my car is. That's the actual sensor. The actual, that's what all that great video went through. Piece of the leg. Wait a minute. No. I keep finding these card-sized pieces. God, what an idiot. I just left it on my trunk. I've been driving for 22 hours. It was some of the best drone footage I've ever gotten. I'm done. I'm done putting so much time and effort into... Oh. Oh. Oh my God. There's all the beautiful footage. I can't believe I found it. Spilled milk, right? I mean, it's... I don't care about the drone. The drone. I really just... It wasn't even a crash. It was my own forgetfulness. No one to blame but myself. Well, I can blame you, Daisy. I blame you. It's your fault for being too damn cute. It's really windy. I don't know if you can hear it with this dead cat on the microphone, but it is very, very windy. Wyoming is one of the most windy, if not the windiest states in our lovely union here. Let's see.
Take off.
I'll show you where I am. I don't have to worry about trees, that's for sure. And this is the runway.
The Greater Green River Intergalactic Spaceport. It opened in 1963 with the Green River City Council saying if Jupiter's inhabitants ever need sanctuary due to comet or meteor impacts, they can safely land in Green River. The dirt gravel runway is 5,652 feet long and open to manned pilots, many of whom do a touch and go just so they can have an intergalactic spaceport in their logbooks. Not much else out here other than a windsock, the sign, and an old shot-up car. Green River does have an annual event held in August called Spaceport Days with pancake breakfasts, aircraft demonstrations, and movies at night. And I spent the night there with permission from the very friendly Green River Police Department. Watching the sunset from this unique location was a welcome respite after the long drive. My co-pilot Daisy and I settled down for a much-deserved rest from... Okay, who's this knucklehead interrupting my sunset time lapse?
Super nice guys. One of them was named Tanner, and I can't remember the other guy's name, but they gave me some elk jerky and elk sausage. Everybody in Wyoming is super friendly. Even the cops, they said I could sleep here tonight, so awesome trip so far.
And so we drifted off to sleep, digesting half-eaten room temperature elk sausage handed to us by a stranger. No, a new friend.
Oh,
poor thing.
You had a brother. I'm in Colorado. It's 30 degrees. It's winter. It's snowing a little bit, and what? Yep, no reason to come to Oregon.
Nothing to see here.
It's really pointless to even put a drone out there, right?
I don't even see the point. I'm not even going to take a picture.
Yeah, it's
We found the real-life backrooms. There were long tunnels full of pipes and electrical equipment. We knew it led to something big. It was incredibly difficult to navigate, and we had no service. There was no going back. It kept going forever until... found the real life.
Make it go! How? You think I don't know my tires? I was a mechanic. 5 championship titles, my bare freaking hands! Give him his tires.
Okay, let's
go. Go,
let's
go, Jack, let's go, Jake!
Be ready.
Ready for what?
Where's JP sitting?
Currently running P14.
All right, here we go now.
He makes his move, chasing Kevin Magnussen!
Magnussen will shut the door on a clumsy move like that.
Ah, dagnabbit.
Plan C for chaos.
So that'll bring out a safety car, which always shakes up a race, slows down the leaders, leaves the field bunched up together, and gives teams the chance for a quick pit stop, which only costs half the usual time.
safety car. We're boxing, right?
Stand by. Kate, shouldn't we take advantage while the safety car window is open?
It's early. We gain track position if we stay out.
Stay out, stay out. Want you out. Push, push, Joshua.
So the midfield moves up for the moment, including Joshua Pearce to P12.
This guy better not be messing up my race. Where's JP now?
Currently running P12.
Okay, plan C. Be ready.
He's going to do it again.
Is now down a lap. He has to let Bottas pass or face a 5-second penalty.
Hayes is making it very difficult for Bottas. Under the rules, he has to let him through before passing 3 blue flags or risk a penalty.
Hey, I'm just putting it out there, but maybe you should drive.
Sonny, you've gotten the blue flag. Let Bottas through.
Come on now, a little closer.
Sonny, do you copy?
I hear you. Letting him through. Whoops, my bad.
Oh, that's going to bring out another safety car. Given that each wing costs more than £200,000, I think the team might want Sonny to start chipping in there.
Make him go!
How?
You think I don't know my tires? I was a
So this guy accidentally left his phone recording during a surgery one day, and what he heard on it was just terrifying. You see, back in 2013, a man with the initials DB was about to get a routine colonoscopy when he just decided to use his phone to record some post-procedure advice from his doctors. He was then put under anesthesia and brought to the operating room. But little did DB know, he'd actually forgotten to stop recording. As it turns out, while he was asleep, Dr. Tiffany Ingham not only repeatedly mocked him for getting queasy while looking at his IV needle, she even said that she wanted to punch him in the face to man him up a little bit.
I wanted to punch you in the face and man you up a little bit.
On top of that, she could be heard calling him the R slur and constantly mocking his genitals for no reason. And maybe worst of all, at one point, Dr. Ingham said out loud that she would bill him for removing some hemorrhoids, even while admitting that he didn't have any at all. Since DB was obviously horrified by this, he sued.
We were identical. We were born identical. And
You go to high school with your brother.
I did, yeah.
But he's your twin brother.
He is my twin brother, yes.
And, like, identical.
We do not look identical, but
Well,
yes.
to you.
Okay,
To
fair
you.
enough.
Yeah.
We helped each other out in certain situations. One time I was coming back from acting school, and he said, listen, my teacher has offered me the points that I will need to graduate. I just have to deliver a Greek monologue from a Greek tragedy. What are the chances that you know a Greek tragedy? I said, actually, I just did this. He goes, all right, tomorrow come 12 noon, black shirt, jeans, black shoes. Just go sit, you know, it'll be a tiny room, just find a place to sit. Expecting a small classroom, it's an auditorium of this size. I just find a place to sit, and I wait, the professor calls on me. I started out slow, my heart was pounding. I think, you actually have an audience, right? Seize the moment. I'm really starting to appreciate having the audience, and it's working. I get a ton of applause from everybody, right?
Wow.
But then I thought, wait, did I overshoot this? Certainly I did, because the professor looks at me and she goes, come over here, Mr. Mann. Yeah, and she has a skeptical look on her face, and she opens the door and takes me outside, and she goes, when did you learn how to do all of that? It's just a hobby. She goes, just a hobby, huh? She goes, well, can you stay and do this for my next class? I said, did I get the points to graduate? I said, yes, you very well have. I said, oh, my car's in the red zone, and so I gotta go. We were identical. We were.
Yeah, the survey line doesn't matter. It's the Florida Wildlife Commission law. How do you get the water in there?
I don't want to be that guy. No, I don't mind if y'all flip out.
Can you get him out? It hurts.
How does she get in here? She's got a pulse that's very slow.
We also keep a full-on staff of nurses.
Why was this woman admitted?
We don't know what's wrong with her, Jane Doe. We had to admit her to run more tests.
Okay, wouldn't she be more comfortable in the psych ward on an involuntary hold?
Trent from psych already examined her. He doesn't think she's mentally ill.
We're not running a charity here. Treat her for the bare minimum and street her.
That's expensive.
Since when do you care about the cost of tests?
Not tests. This bag. This is an Xavier Molina original. It's worth $148,000. One of a kinds like this usually have the owner's name inscribed on the inside. Sure should be happy to hear that we found a $100,000 purse.
Maybe our Jane Doe is Sarah Ravenscroft. She's the daughter of Lawrence and Veronica Ravenscroft, multi-philanthropists out of Savannah.
I assume you're putting her on a psychiatric hold.
Mrs. Ravenscroft, the doctors don't believe that she's mentally ill.
Forgive me if I can't take the word of some random ER over the diagnosis of a world-renowned psychiatrist that examined her.
We just submitted a VIP, Sarah Ravenscroft.
The Savannah Ravenscroft?
Correct.
You put her on the 16th floor, I hope. Okay, I'll let you go see her.
Well, you've already met her. She was here at the fundraiser earlier. Disorientation, ear infection, pulmonary bleeding.
Lung lesions, hematuria. Any skin lesions?
Sarah has a very rare autoimmune disease called Wegener's, what caused the bleeding in her lungs and kidneys.
Making her seem mentally ill, and she wasn't.
The biopsy results confirm the diagnosis, Lawrence. The doctors are right. She isn't schizophrenic.
Dad?
Veronica.
Mom? Sarah?
Honey?
We're so very sorry. It's okay, Mom.
Mama would have stopped snurping, and this is what you got. Say size 5. What size are you?
5.
She is not for real, y'all. Look at all this space you got in this closet.
You can go back to Jordan Valley, through town, whatever you want. You just can't go back to the place. You'll be arrested. Okay? It's simple.
Hear what you're telling me.
Okay. All right. So here's that bag, and then here is your ID. And just so you know.
So why are you saying you stopped me again?
Because you didn't provide ID.
Is that a law?
Back there when you were violating the.
Well, when I wasn't violating anything. I paid $10 to go in.
And right past the signs that say no videotaping. Okay.
You want to look at that camera and see if you find any video?
Are you videotaping right now?
Absolutely, right
and
now.
audio?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Did you advise me?
You're looking right at the video camera.
You have to advise someone in the state of Oregon if your video.
Unless it's obvious. Unless you're in a public place and it's obvious.
Okay.
We've looked at your law.
Okay. I'm not going to stand here and argue with you.
You have no argument, officer.
I'm not going to stand here and argue with you. Okay. You're free to go. You can go back to Jordan Valley, through town, whatever you want. You just can't go back to the place. You'll be arrested. Okay. It's simple.
Hear what you're telling me.
Okay. All right. So here's.
American learns about freedom in Germany.
Ah, nothing like a Feierabend beer.
A what? It's not twist off.
It's a celebration beer.
Holy crap, dude, how'd you do that? Oh crap, please, take this. Come on, put your drink in it.
Why do I have the paper bag?
Dude, we're in public, put it on, open container.
It's legal to drink a beer in Germany. The police have better things to worry about.
You're telling me it's legal to drink in public? You'll get in a lot of trouble back home.
And I guess that's what you call freedom, my boy.
Dude, I just can't wait to see what the German lake life is like.
What's wrong?
Dude, look at all these people. They're gonna be put on the list.
I don't know what you mean. What list?
Come here. Everybody is naked. If a cop sees them, they're all gonna be put on the list.
It's just some people laying in the sun. What's the problem?
Public nudity, that's the problem.
Zach, this is the FKK area. Freie Körperkultur.
So you're telling me you can just be naked here?
Of course. That's what I call freedom. And that's why it's important to luften every 2 hours.
Ow, my ankle, my knuckle.
Oh no, I'll call an ambulance.
Don't call an ambulance? What are you thinking?
What do you mean? They'll help you.
Are you serious? Are you trying to make me go broke? An ambulance will cost $1,000 or more.
What?
And then the ambulance will bring me to a hospital, and the hospital bill will be over $20,000, and I'm gonna be in so much medical debt. I don't know. No, don't do that.
It's free at the point of service. Worst case, you'll pay a €10 fee.
Wait, what?
You know what, Ami? This is real freedom.
All right, let's go hospital. Actually, call an ambulance.
American learns about freedom in Germany.
Ah, nothing like a Feierabend beer.
A what? It's not twist off.
It's a celebration beer.
You got my parking fee, Weddle?
Your
parking.
Song 2's opening drum beat is actually impossible for a single drummer to play. This is because the beat was recorded by 2 people playing the kit at the same time. Dave Roundtree, Blur's drummer, is playing this beat, and Graham Coxon, the band's guitarist, is adding 8th notes on the drum's rim and then hitting the toms.
Why did the Trump administration make such a huge effort to catch a tanker that was apparently not even full of oil?
Later Marinera clearly had something other than oil, something that was very valuable. So the reports that we've received is that there was a closed welded container that may have had as much as a 1.5 tons of gold. And there's also reports that there were electronic guidance components that are used in missiles that were found in the captain's cabin. So it appears that the Russians, Iranians, and Venezuelans made a mistake here. If you want to ship high-value stuff like that, it has to go on a properly flagged and registered ship so that there's not the pretext to seize it. By doing it on the Shadow Fleet, I guess they were guessing that the bluff wouldn't be called, that the ship wouldn't be confronted, but obviously it was.
Why did the Trump administration make such a huge effort to catch a tanker that was apparently not even full of oil?
Because they weren't looking for oil. So the whole idea of the Shadow Fleet is that these are cheap, rather poorly maintained assets that are disavowed by the state very easily and can be written off if they're seized. The Bella, later Marinera, clearly had something other than oil, something that was very valuable. So the reports that we've received is that there was a closed welded container that may have had as much as a 1.5 tons of gold. And there's also reports that there were electronic guidance components that are used in missiles that were found in the captain's cabin. So it appears that the Russians, Iranians, and Venezuelans made a mistake here. If you want to ship high-value stuff like that, it has to go on a properly flagged and registered ship so that there's not the pretext to seize it. By doing it on the Shadow Fleet, I guess they were guessing that the bluff wouldn't be called, that the ship wouldn't be confronted, but obviously it was.
Why did the Trump administration make such a huge effort to catch a tanker that was apparently not even full of oil?
Because they weren't looking for oil. So the whole idea of the Shadow Fleet is that these are cheap, rather poorly maintained assets that are disavowed by the state very easily and can be written off if they're seized.
Here's another one I get asked a lot by clients and potential clients. But didn't the cops not have the right to search my vehicle? Bad news, coaches. More times than not, because of some other extraneous fact or allegation, somewhere along the way they got the right to search your vehicle. Whether you gave them permission, right? That's always that's a doozy right there. You tell them, okay. Or you never believe how many cops from 2 cars back can see through your back windshield and see you making furtive movements, checking the vehicle for officer safety. Another fun one is plain view. When the stuff is right there on the seat for everyone mother to see, and grandma needs glasses and can see from across the street, yeah, you got a problem there. So anything in the compartment, right? Front seat, front passenger seats behind you, that's all fair game. That's all arm's reach. Okay? So, think of it like you got the in-laws and their family coming over for Thanksgiving, right? You don't leave your favored collectible Charizard Pokemon card on the dining room table for little Timmy to come and get his sticky fingers on. You put it in the closet, all right? So, vehicles got trunks. Use them, right? You don't got the pharmacy putting all the good stuff out front with the Ludens and the hemorrhoid cream. They put it in the back where you can't get to it. So you got some valuables, you got some stuff, you got mom's naughty panties. You keep them in the trunk. The cops say, well, we'll get the warrant. So get the goddamn warrant. What do you want from me? Do your job. But really, you shouldn't be saying that either. Just say, lawyer, motherfucker. Here's another one I get at.
Oh, man. I need it.
Yeah, that's me.
I need it.
Do you have reasonable articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime?
Do you have your identification on you?
I'm not giving you any ID. I haven't committed a crime.
Sir?
I have no legal obligation to give you anything.
Gotcha.
I don't need to speak to you.
Speak to me outside, or you'll be at the Raw. Are you willing to go outside?
I'm willing to go outside
Okay,
if you
let's
tell
go.
me that I am
Let's go
under
outside.
threat of arrest. I need the legal standing to hold you accountable. I'm more than willing to go out there, but
Right now it's considered obstruction.
it's not obstruction. Do you have a supervisor
I'm
now?
asking you for your identification.
And I told you that I haven't committed a crime. This is not a... Man, this is Florida. This is not a stop and frisk state. You're outside. We're talking.
Sir, come outside.
Do you have a supervisor coming? Again, I don't want to...
And so you can go ahead and start me another unit. I got one detained.
Can I put this...
Identification on you?
Do you have reasonable articulable suspicion?
60% of companies in the United States of America are planning on laying off workers. 60%. In January 2026, already 128 companies have filed a layoff notice on the layoff website warntracker.com. It's called a warn notice. Companies with 50 or more employees are required to put a 60-day notice on that layoffs website. Have you checked? You really should. You can put in the year, put in your state, and see if you're being laid off. 128 companies. If you did not know, we had record-breaking almost 2 million layoffs in...
Because you want to? Were you authorized by the Department of Corrections?
Don't need to be authorized.
You're standing on state property
No,
right
I'm not.
now. You are.
No, I'm not. Public easement.
That's
See that road right there?
H-E-R-R-O-N.
This is a public easement. See those utilities right there? That's public. See that sign that you guys posted down there? You posted it on that sign.
Is there a reason why you're filming?
Because we want to. We're photographers. That's what we do.
Okay. But we have a public information officer that will allow you to film all you want.
We don't
and
need
authorize
permission.
everything you do.
We don't need permission.
Why the conflict?
We just, no conflict. You came out to
What
us.
are you going to use the film for?
For my personal use.
Okay, you cannot film inmates without their permission.
But I am.
Do you have their permission?
Don't need it.
Do you have their written permission?
Don't need it.
Each one of them.
Don't need it.
Do you have my permission?
Don't need yours. You're being audio and video
if
recorded.
You're going to put that on any social media, you need my permission.
I do not.
Absolutely not. Because you want to? Were you authorized by the Department of Corrections?
Don't need to be authorized.
You're standing on state property
No,
right
I'm not.
now. You are.
No, I'm not. Public easement.
I have a question for the men. Why do you guys, tap it on there a few times before you stick it in? What is that about?
The answer to this has been shared with me recently, and there's more than one, so I'm going to tell you. He believes that it's polite to knock before entry. He thinks that it will erase previous history, basically restoring to factory settings. He may think like a magician, and what does a magician do? He taps his wand before the magic happens. He may be thinking more like a mechanic, where he wants to check the moisture level, because he wouldn't drive a car with no oil in it either. He may be thinking more like an artist or a podcast host, where you have to do a mic check. Or he may be thinking more like a sportsman, like in baseball, where you tap the bat to the home plate before you swing. Lastly, he may be thinking like any man that wants to hold a power tool in his hand. He's got to squeeze it. He's got to test it first. And then he knows he's good to go.
I have a question for the men. Why do you guys, tap it on there a few times before you stick it in? What is that about?
The answer to this has been shared with me recently, and there's more than one, so I'm going to tell you. He believes that it's polite to knock before entry. He thinks that it will erase previous history, basically restoring to factory settings. He may think like a magician, and what does a magician do? He taps his wand before the magic happens. He may be thinking more like a mechanic, where he wants to check the moisture level, because he wouldn't drive a car with no oil in it either. He may be thinking more like an artist or a podcast host, where you have to do a mic check. Or he may be thinking more like a sportsman, like in baseball, where you tap the bat to the home plate before you swing. Lastly, he may be thinking like any man that wants to hold a power tool in his hand. He's got to squeeze it. He's got to test it first. And then he knows he's good to go.
I have a question for the men. Why do you guys, like, tap it on there a few times before you stick it in? What is that about?
The answer to this has been shared with me recently, and there's more than one, so I'm going to tell you. He believes that it's polite to knock before entry. He thinks that it will erase previous history, basically restoring to factory settings. He may think like a magician, and what does a magician do? He taps his wand before the magic happens. He may be thinking more like a mechanic, where he wants to check the moisture level, because he wouldn't drive a car with no oil in it either. He may be thinking more like an artist or a podcast host, where you have to do a mic check. Or he may be thinking more like a sportsman, like in baseball, where you tap the bat to the home plate before you swing. Lastly, he may be thinking like any man that wants to hold a power tool in his hand. He's got to squeeze it. He's got to test it first. And then he knows he's good to go.
I have a question for the men. Why do you guys, like, tap it on there a few times before you stick it in? What is that about?
The answer to this has been shared with me recently, and there's more than one, so I'm going to tell you. He believes that it's polite to knock before entry. He thinks that it will erase previous history, basically restoring to factory settings. He may think like a magician, and what does a magician do? He taps his wand before the magic happens. He may be thinking more like a mechanic, where he wants to check the moisture level, because he wouldn't drive a car with no oil in it either. He may be thinking more like an artist or a podcast host, where you have to do a mic check. Or he may be thinking more like a sportsman, like in baseball, where you tap the bat to the home plate before you swing. Lastly, he may be thinking like any man that wants to hold a power tool in his hand. He's got to squeeze it. He's got to test it first. And then he knows he's good to go.
I have a question for the men. Why do you guys, like, tap it on there a few times before you stick it in? What is that about?
The answer to this has been shared with me recently, and there's more than one, so I'm going to tell you. He believes that it's polite to knock.
The McCloskeys were both charged with felonies and were placed on probation so they could keep their law licenses. They were both practicing attorneys. All of that for defending their home with guns they owned legally.
I'm in the thick of it, and everybody knows we running from the pit.
Les, what is a perfect song? When you heard it, it's like, this song resonates with me.
Roundabout by Yes. You know, every time I hear it, I turn it up. That bass tone is the greatest bass tone ever. Oh, I met is it Eddie Offord, I think, wanted to produce Primus.
Yeah, Eddie offered to produce Yes.
Yeah. And we talked to him, and I was like, I don't know, we kind of do our own thing, blah, blah, blah. He goes, if you
found the baby in a dumpster, we know about your record.
You do know you can't take home abandoned children, right?
Can I get that key back? I'm gonna have to call the higher-ups about this whole baby thing.
How did you know she was in the dumpster?
I heard her crying, and
Mr. Millings, it's perfectly normal for an experience like this to be traumatic. You're both victims. Hi, Mr. Millings.
I was here to check on Ella.
I'm gonna be completely frank with you, Mr. Millings.
I realize that that's unlikely, you know, that's not why I'm here. It's for Ella. If you could give it to her on her 18th birthday. Okay?
Wait, why her 18th birthday?
Because that's the way the trust was set up, and she would be ready.
Life is a tragic arena of inevitable suffering and chaos.
Things I didn't expect my dog to learn when I started teaching him how to talk, that he'd start calling us names.
Squirrel.
That he'd start to summon us.
Come, Daddy. Friend, Ripley. Come, Ripley. Friend, Ripley.
That he would start to make two-word phrases.
outside, couch, outside, couch, thunder, hold.
That he would start to question authority.
Just go outside all day. Why? No.
That he would start demanding us to do his bidding.
Tom, Rob.
Are you a peasant? Are you a fucking peasant? No? Then why do you use that? You're disgusting! Look at yourself in the mirror!
Oh my god.
Are you
About to go into class.
Oh God, because I'm standing up.
What is that called that they trained you to do? Move vehicles that have modified costs and on.
Trying so hard to give people a ticket or just trying to go home.
Stick your hands in your pockets.
You guys are fine. You already patted me down. I don't have weapons.
About to go into class.
Oh, because I'm standing up.
You clearly have a problem.
I have a problem because I'm trying to go home and you guys are harassing me.
So here's the thing. We can only stop people when we have the legal authority to stop
Wow, okay,
people.
you stopped me for the plate. If you want to give me a plate ticket, give me a plate ticket. There's no reason to be patting me down, trying to go in my pockets, searching it, going and searching. Oh, maybe he has a loud exhaust. How do I see if he has a loud exhaust? That's what he's doing. He just, I can hear everything he's saying on the phone. I'm literally 5 feet away. You guys are trying so hard to give somebody a ticket. I just got off work. I'm trying to go home.
Have a seat.
I'm fine.
Listen, hon, we were playing the pissed off litigator while you were still being bathed by your daddy.
My father died before I was born, defending your right to say offensive and sexist.
Have a seat.
I'm fine.
Listen, hon, we were playing the pissed off litigator while you were still being bathed by your daddy.
My father died before I was born, defending your right to say offensive and sexist remarks like the ones you just uttered here, in front of 6 witnesses, all of whom are attorneys, and 3 of whom are women. So if this is how you talk to a woman in front of a court reporter, I wonder what interesting tales they have to tell.
Just take the temperature down a notch.
Take the temperature down? Let me point the facts of this case out to you, all right? Your driver used a private road owned and constructed by my client without permission of your partner making a derogatory statement about my gender and stating that I bathed with my father.
Uncle, we get it.
Think they hired me because I'm pretty? I charge $900 an hour, you asshole, and you're real close to learning why. You're gonna drop this bullshit claim. You, your client, and your insurance company are going to circle up.
Have a seat.
I'm fine.
Listen, hon, we were playing the pissed off litigator while you were still being bathed by your daddy.
My father died before I was born, defending your right to say offensive and sexist remarks like the ones you just uttered here, in front of 6 witnesses, all.
Perfect.
Yep. Can we have your driver's license?
No. No.
We do need it to identify you.
I know you don't. You can trespass me. If I come back, then you can get my ID.
Can this officer? Can you wait for us? Can this officer have your name, last name?
Nope.
Number, please?
Nope.
So you're being trespassed.
Yeah, I'm being trespassed.
So
No, we're in a
have to put your
trespass
name on the
law.
paperwork.
No, it's not like that. That's not the law. I recommend you get a supervisor out here.
Well, she's right there, so she'll be out here in a second, okay? We need to identify you.
Why?
Because you're being trespassed.
Okay, I leave. I've been told to
But you have to sign-
trespass.
you have to sign the
No, I don't. I don't have to sign anything.
Well,
He knows. He's shaking his head.
We need to identify you.
Why do you need to identify me?
Because you're being trespassed from here.
If you don't give me an ID, I'm going to take you to jail for obstructing a peace officer. So,
But what crime have I committed?
by not giving me your ID, you're committing the crime of obstructing a peace officer.
But I'm asking for my Fourth Amendment protection.
Fourth
Searches and
Amendment, the right
seizures
against search and seizure.
of my persons and property.
Correct. And if you commit a crime, then I have the right to seize you.
Yeah, so what crime have I committed?
Obstructing a peace officer. Right now, you're committing that crime.
No, there has to be an underlying thing that you're
I'm
investigating.
investigating you. They called me.
Okay, but what crime am I committing?
Obstructing a peace officer. So are you going to give me your ID or not?
So had they not called you, how would I be obstructing a peace officer? Okay, so I haven't committed a crime.
You are committing a crime right now.
I will take this right to jail.
Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to tell you real quick.
I'm waiting for an Uber. Like I said, I'm exercising my First Amendment right.
Right now, you're being detained. You're not free to go.
What reasonable articulable suspicion do you have that I'm committing a crime?
Right now, you're committing a crime of obstructing a peace officer. I already told you that. So here's.
But you don't have a right to come up and just identify me.
Yes, I do. If you don't give me an ID, I'm going to take you to jail for obstructing a peace officer. So.
But what crime have I committed?
By not giving me your ID, you're committing the crime of obstructing a peace.
But I'm asking for my Fourth Amendment protection. Searches and seizures.
Search and seizure.
Of my persons and property.
Correct. And if you commit a crime, then I have the right to seize you.
Yeah. So what crime have I committed?
Obstructing a peace officer. Right now, you're committing that crime.
No, there has to be an underlying thing that you're investigating.
I'm investigating you. They called me.
Okay, but what crime am I committing?
Obstructing a peace officer. So are you going to give me your ID or not?
So had they not called you, how would I be obstructing a peace officer?
You wouldn't be, but they did.
Okay, so I haven't committed a crime.
You are committing a crime right now.
I will take this right to jail.
Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to tell you real quick.
I'm waiting for an Uber. Like I said, I'm exercising my First Amendment right.
Right now, you're being detained. You're not free to go.
What reasonable articulable suspicion do you have that I am committing a crime?
Right now, you're committing a crime of obstructing a peace officer. I already told you that. So here's.
But you don't have a right to come up and just identify me.
Yes, I do. If you don't give me an ID, I'm going to take you to jail for obstructing a peace officer. So.
But what crime have I committed?
All right, Titan. It's bedtime. Good night, Titan.
Oh, hi. They say you need to speak to a manager.
Yes.
What's happening?
Trying to understand why you all are so incompetent.
That's a wild place to start.
Yeah, bring it over here, asshole. Says hopefully you're making a better life for yourself. Roy Graham, the president is
Did I have an identical twin? Yes. You gave her up for adoption? No! So what happened to her?
You ate her.
What?
Didn't want to tell you because I know how you can overreact sometimes.
Overreact? Did I have an identical twin?
Yes.
You gave her up for adoption? No! So what happened to her?
You ate her.
Who in the actual hell can explain to me how in the fuck a water witch works? Now, I'll explain this. We have a water line that we know starts here, runs up over the mountain, goes down to the other side, goes to a house. We have no idea what path up the mountain it takes. We know that the water line is broken, but we can't find water on the surface. So somebody suggested we call a water witch. And I'm like, that sounds sketchy as fuck. Nope, this old dude shows up with 2 sticks, walks up, walking along, sticks pointed straight ahead. As he's walking, the sticks cross, and he's like, yeah, your water leak's right here. Yeah, he was right. The best part was he kept going and found 2 more water leaks we didn't even freaking know about. I mean, this was like some Lord of the Rings shit where the trees actually spoke to him. Like, what are they made of? Magical int sticks? So please duet this video or stitch it or whatever and explain to me, how the fuck do tree sticks tell you where water's at? Who in the actual hell can explain to me how in the fuck a water witch works? Now, I'll explain this. We have a water line that we know starts here, runs up over the mountain, goes down to the other side, goes to a house. We have no idea what path up the mountain it takes. We know that the water line is broken, but we can't find water on the surface. So somebody suggested we call a water witch. And I'm like, that sounds sketchy as fuck. Nope, this old dude shows up with 2 sticks, walks up, walking along, sticks pointed straight ahead. As he's walking, the sticks cross, and he's like, yeah, your water leak's right here. Yeah, he was right. The best part was he kept going and found 2 more water leaks we didn't even freaking know.
Is something funny, asshole? We got a kicker, huh? Hey, hold him steady, hold him steady. Stay down, freak.
Stay clear of the closing doors.
You don't know anything about your mother.
She was never here.
She was a beautiful, crazy, fragile, wonderful woman.
She deserted us.
She loved us.
That was love?
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay, then why did she leave?
You don't know what you're talking about.
She loved us so much. Why wasn't she here?
She tried. She
wasn't here.
Tried.
She was never fucking here. She left. I was 9. 9 and taking care of you.
taking care of all of us.
Oh, miss, you can't be in here. Hold on. Hold on.
Talking, not another word.
This is Mr. Norris's attorney. The one you failed to notify before questioning my client. Cooper, did they explain your rights to you?
They didn't explain nothing to me.
Well, at this point, gentlemen, anything he says and anything he has already said is inadmissible in court. I'm 15 minutes away. I'll be there in 7. I noticed, Detective Miller, you were involved in a shooting with a man armed with a pipe wrench.
Okay.
You shot the man 11 times. Why not shoot him in the leg?
I couldn't guarantee a shot to the leg would stop the assailant.
According to the autopsy, all 11 rounds hit center mass, meaning the first bullet likely killed him. You shot him 10 more times. Let me explain what will happen if this department charges my client. I will go to the family of this man and file civil suit for wrongful death times 10 based on this department's now established policy. And the more you prove your case, the more you prove mine. Stand up. Is he being detained?
Not yet.
Go home.
Oh, miss, you can't be in here. Hold on. Hold on.
Talking, not another word.
This is Mr. Norris's attorney. The one you failed to notify before questioning my client. Cooper, did they explain your rights to you?
They didn't explain nothing to me.
Well, at this point, gentlemen, anything he says and anything he has already said is inadmissible in court. I'm 15 minutes away. I'll be there in 7. I noticed, Detective Miller, you were involved in a shooting with a man armed with a pipe wrench.
Okay.
You shot the man 11 times. Why not shoot him in the leg?
I couldn't guarantee a shot to the leg would stop the assailant.
According to the autopsy, all 11 rounds hit center mass, meaning the first bullet likely killed him. You shot him 10 more times. Let me explain what will happen if this department charges my client. I will go to the family of this man and file civil suit for wrongful death times 10 based on this department's now established policy. And the more you prove your case, the more you prove mine. Stand.
Okay, it can smell like Corona. That doesn't mean nothing.
So
I do not drink alcohol. Stop touching me.
So we're gonna take this.
It's not a crime. It's a violation. Call your supervisor.
It's real easy.
You don't know how to read, and you don't know how to fucking investigate. Don't touch me. I'm not.
Sir, relax.
Relax. Look at that. Look at that.
I know.
Look at that asshole. So get the fuck off of me. Get off of me.
You give us
Get off of me. For what crime or violation? Drinking non-alcoholic beer in public?
No.
I just showed it to you on camera. Look. Look, Your Honor. Learn how to fucking read. Get off of me. Get off of me and go 98.
Hold on.
Get off of me and go 98. Look, Your Honor. This is what he's grabbing. Look his hand on my wrist. Yeah. Look at this asshole still grabbing me. You don't know how to investigate? You don't know how to read? You just run on presumed authority, right?
You should have showed him.
You're still holding me.
Yeah.
Am I still detained or am I free to go?
Let me see.
How long you been in this country?
Arnold needs his hearing checked.
Frida's yelling broke my eardrums.
That's not.
He'd do it for me.
Bam! I just wanted to punch it so bad.
He'd do it for me.
Bam! I just wanted to punch it so bad.
He'd do it for me.
Bam! I just wanted to punch it so bad.
He'd do it for me.
Bam! I just wanted to punch it so bad.
He'd do it for me.
Bam! I just wanted to punch it so.
In March 2024, what started as a domestic disturbance call at Justin Savage's home in Limerick, Maine, escalated into one of the more shocking police encounters captured on video in recent years. Savage alleges, and body cam footage shows, that during his arrest by Maine State Police Troopers.
You love to hear this. You might want to repark your car, though.
I'm not transparent.
I'm very. Whoa, man! Get off my stuff. Get off my. What is get she off. doing? Hey, don't touch my stuff.
What is she
do not touch my stuff.
What is wrong with you?
What are you doing?
You?
Don't touch my stuff again. That's what you get for putting your hands on people. That's what you get. You love to hear this.
Okay, I'm only going to say this one more time, and I'm going to tell you, I have a habit of catching all you fake people using other identities. And if I catch you on any of my pages of any of my platforms, you can call me a bitch all you want, or not at all. But enough is enough. I'm not going to date you. I am.
Hi. Remember me? I'm Loki, the angel of death from Dogma. Now, if your kids are looking at you right now like, that's not Tom Hiddleston, just tell them I was Loki and...
Fuck you, bitch!
God damn it!
You bitch!
So years ago, I got fired from McDonald's. Well, I understand why I got fired. I'd do it again. See, I was working the front window. That's where you pass out the food. And I handed this lady her bag, and she complained that her fries were cold. And as I immediately moved to get her new fries, she lost her fucking shit. She started crying. She threw the fries back in the window. She was screaming. Half her body was out of the car. Her head was actually inside the window of the McDonald's. This lady had a fucking psychotic break over French fries. And here I am, a young dumbass. I just look at her and I go, lady, if you get this upset over fries, what would happen if something actually important happened in your life? Like, I don't know, a loved one got sick and died. If this is your reaction to fries, what the fuck are you gonna do then? You know, that did not help resolve the issue.
You don't want everyone hearing that you're a crap dad? Why don't you get on inside? You too, Romeo.
Dad, quit trying to scare us.
That's a nice truck you got there. It was a gift. It's a hell of a gift.
My truck's gone.
What?
Are you sure?
Yeah, you stole my truck. You had my mom's watch. Shut your mouth. Oh, what? You don't want everyone hearing that you're a crap dad?
Who did this to you?
It's Candace's dad.
Did you hit my son?
Whatever story he may have told.
Don't you dare call my son a liar, you miserable coward.
Maybe I need to teach all three of you a lesson.
You stay away from my family.
What happened?
You threatened Mom with a gun.
This is not a job for Superman.
He's not going. Emmett for Gandhi?
Get the hell out of my face.
You hit my son, pulled a gun on my wife. If you ever threaten my family again, I will come for you.
Okay. Damn, kid. You don't want everyone hearing that.
Dude.
Don't tell me this is a half-coon baby in here.
Oh.
Oh, what the fuck are you doing, man? Come on, let's go.
I lost the baby.
It's gonna be okay.
Look at them, boys. I guess we're lucky the bald guy in the dike caught us first.
You think so?
What the hell is this?
You get past me, and you're home free.
I'm gonna fuck you up, spook.
It's going down.
Same deal.
Don't tell me this is a...
while you've got it? Sure thing. I might even throw in an air freshener for you. Fantastic. I'll just leave it with you and you give me a call when it's all done. Wait, before you go, I gotta ask you one question. Sure, what's up? You see, I had a feller in here a few days ago with a Bugatti, and he seemed to be picky.
Sorry, I'm not in service.
You're gonna want to give me a lift anyway.
Listen, I'm having a pretty lousy day, okay? You mind just getting off?
I'm afraid it's gonna get a whole lot worse for me.
I don't want any trouble.
Unfortunately, you and I don't have much to say on that matter. Now listen up. I'm about ready to be boxed in by 2 cars, 4 to 6 shooters. I want you to aim for the rear quarter panel of their car and don't let off the gas. You got that? Now's a good time, Furman.
Wait, what?
Now, Furman.
Mr. Reese, are you okay?
I'm fine, Finch. But I think the real threat just found us.
What the hell is going on? Who are those people?
I recognize their methods. It was a kill box. Had a similar experience in Russia. Didn't work out too well for them. Disabled the GPS. Can't risk them accessing it to track you down.
Who are you?
Just a guy who needed a ride.
Sorry.
Our parents used to tell us to come home when the streetlights came on. Hear me out. That means we were out of the house. That's why they could keep up with it. We weren't in it.
Where is your dad at? I want to deal with him.
He's in London right now.
Get him on the phone.
I have Davey Deals here demanding I give him a price on the Rupp Roadster.
Well, punch him in the face.
I told him it wasn't for sale, and he pressed and pressed, and he wants a number.
Tell him $15,000.
$15,000 for that piece of crap?
Watch what happened when this cocky guy pressed the honest guy into selling his extremely rare 1969 Rupp Roadster. But when the cocky guy made his final offer, it left everyone absolutely speechless.
Spotted a little Rupp I like, a little scooter here.
I know I got a nice Rupp there. It was pretty much Honda's main competition in the United States. Every dad that rode motorcycles wanted his kid to learn how to ride them, and this is probably his first bike.
You know, I've been eyeing it for a while. Oh, I want it.
Too bad it's not for sale, man.
Come on, everything's for sale. Everything's got a price.
My dad's just in love with this thing, man. He's never gonna part with it.
It's a real number, he said, seriously.
For you, $15,000.
Come on, it's ridiculous.
If you want it that bad, pay it.
No, 900.
It ain't gonna happen, see?
Where is your dad at? I want to deal with him.
He's in London right now.
Get him on the phone.
I have Davey Deals here demanding I give him a price on the Rupp Roadster.
Well, punch him in the face.
I told him it wasn't for sale, and he pressed and pressed, and he wants a number.
Tell him $15,000.
$15,000 for that piece of crap?
Watch what happened when this cocky guy pressed the honest guy into selling his extremely rare 19...
I don't...
You're scaring him, Dr. Sean Murphy.
This patient is psychotic, doctor.
Not psychotic, he's autistic. You're being an excellent patient. Okay, we're finished. You're same as me.
Mom and dad are here. You can let go of his hands. He won't hurt.
You're my son's doctor. I am. Go us, go us, go us.
You won't be taking that bus again?
This light is too bright. Rooms make him anxious. Can we take him home?
No, son is jaundiced, clenching his right abdominal muscles when touched and febrile. He should not go home. You have red eye. Liam take vitamins. Does Liam also take herbal supplement?
Why?
He doesn't need the laparoscopic surgery. I know what's wrong with him.
Thank you for diagnosing our son. Dr. Melendez, you have our permission to do the surgery, but in no way will Dr. Murphy be in it.
He said I could do it. I want Dr. Sean. It was a difficult procedure. We removed a total of...
Is he okay?
He will be okay.
Thank you.
You did what you thought was best for Liam. You love Liam. I didn't have that from my parents.
It won't be too long until we can go home.
Did great, honey.
Lights. Are the lights okay? Do you want them dim?
They're okay. You're scaring him.
This is why you should never pick up a gas pump handle without properly checking it, especially if you see something like this attached to it. Because when this woman saw it on the handle, she knew exactly what was going on and decided to expose the culprit.
Out getting a tank of gas, and I watched a man put this on the gas handle, and I just had to run over to tell the little girl not to touch it. You see the tissue? You see it? So, if you ever find yourself at a gas station and a tissue is on the handle, do not touch it at all, because this is what traffickers are doing. They're putting a toxin on the tissue, and then they're putting it in a place where you have to touch, and then they're waiting for you to pass out. Pay attention, okay? Stay alert.
This is why you should never pick up...
Now, this is where we start internet fights.
Okay.
That's actually what we're here to do.
Okay, good, because there's a lot of people who do the luthiers knot.
Sure. Not a fan. All right.
No. These things are kind of designed to be locking by nature.
Right.
Fitting the big boy filter.
It's like, you know, you versus the guy she tells you not to worry about.
Fitting the big.
I taught a real estate class when I was in prison. There was this one guy, they called him Tex. Tex was older black guy in his late 50s, very smart guy. He signed up for my class once, and then he just sit in the back of the class. He knew the class so well, I would be up there saying, it's when they have a mortgage, and he goes, wraparound mortgage. I go, right, a wraparound mortgage. He was really good. Just before he was getting out of prison, his mother had died. He had two brothers. One of the brothers had died and had a son that was a crackhead. And his other brother was trying to sell mom's property. What ends up happening is he does schedule a closing. He comes back and he says, yeah, we can't sell it. And I said, why? He said, because the title company is saying our nephew has to sign off. And I went and talked to my nephew, and my nephew said he wants like 40 grand or something. He's like, 40 grand? Fucking property, we're selling for like 30. What are you talking about? I said, well, you could always just change title companies and tell them that there were three brothers, my one brother in prison, me, and my other brother, he died, give him the death certificate. And when they said he didn't have any heirs, say, no, he didn't have any heirs. 2 days later, I see him and he's like, okay, my brother said, no, they already know. I said, right, you're changing title companies. He said, no, but they're going to do a search and they'll find out. And I went, no, they won't find out. I said, your brother told them. But I assure you, there is no way that the title company is going to know that your brother that died had a son. Your brother told them. I said, change title companies and tell them this. Don't tell them that you have a nephew. As far as the nephew, you give that nephew fucking $5 grand. Himself. They're dead. They're drug addicts. Tex waits till he gets out. He said, I'm gonna do what you say. I call him a week or two later. He said, hey, we got a closing. Yeah, they have no idea. I told my brother to shut your fucking mouth, come in, sign the fucking document. I taught a real estate class.
So we pretty constantly do interviews. And I was interviewing a guy today. And as part of the interview process, I explained to him that everybody here is required to have one on-call day a week. That is to say...
That's how me and my boyfriend are.
Shut up.
What?
Wait a minute.
Huh?
Girl? Hey. Hey.
Huh?
I would say that I'm gonna put her around a 5.5. Love that.
I'm 10. My 5.5 will forever be burned into my brain.
I would say that I'm gonna put her around a 5.5. Love that.
I'm 10. My 5.5 will forever be burned into my brain.
I would say.
Are you carrying any narcotics on your body?
Come on, check me.
This woman was travelling from Nigeria to Australia for an alleged fashion exhibition.
What's the purpose of your travel to Sydney?
I came here for exhibition.
Even though her story was very suspicious, the initial search found nothing. But as the search continued, the officers couldn't believe what they found.
She's supposed to be presenting something as well, but from what you can see in her actual baggage, there's not a real lot of stuff and it's all dirty, so I wouldn't imagine she's going to be presenting that.
I want you to explain what you're doing at the fashion exhibition.
Fashion designer.
Yeah?
I'm doing the fashion and I show them my clothes. The fashion I made.
If you're coming over to show your clothes, why would you have them just mixed up in your bag? Do you agree to have the frisk search done?
They'll take her to hospital for a CAT scan, and the CAT scan will show whether she's got anything inside her or not.
The CT scan showed she had swallowed 80 pellets of coke, and authorities managed to put her in jail.
What are some protected classes?
Gay and lesbian.
Handicaps. Cross-eyed girls?
No.
Cross-eyed girls. They should be protected.
Okay.
I'll protect them.
Let's take this seriously, you guys.
Black. I'm actually not protected at all. I'm too straight and jacked.
You're fat, you're protected.
Is No Shoulders Shrimp Body cocaine addict up there?
Yeah, dude. I do coke 3 times a week. You act like it's like a crime. It's not.
You think I'm a protected class? Oh, you think I'm so fat that if I got fired, I could sue the company?
Absolutely.
My gun is in this bag.
Pulled over for speeding, he admits there's a gun in the bike. The cop steps him aside and reaches for it.
But you're going a little quick. I had you going 60.
Oh, yeah.
That, and you dived down.
Oh, for sure.
Down at 58.
You know, no traffic. I was just going. I honestly didn't realize it was 35. I wasn't paying attention. So
I get you.
My gun is in this bag.
Okay, why don't we do this? You want to put your kickstand down?
Yeah.
Just go sit in front of your bike. I'm going to retrieve your wallet. take your firearm actually while
Okay.
we complete this.
Yep.
If I stay in front of your bike, I'm gonna go back in your box, put your firearm in there. You took it apart, so you're gonna work back together.
Okay.
That's all your info.
What'd you take it apart for?
My safety, so I don't get shot.
Oh.
So warning for going 40 and a 35. I marked down here that your actual speed was 60. Okay. The reason why we take those apart is I don't want to give a loaded firearm back to someone. Yeah, it's just safety.
I get it. I get it.
You're all set.
Thank you. My gun is in the.
Where the fuck you been all these years?
I've been busy. Congratulations, by the way. When are you due?
Oh, I'm not pregnant. I'm just fucking fat.
Nobby. Well, it's imperative no one know that I'm here.
You need somewhere isolated where there's no one around.
So what he thought? He wants to have a conversation with Dan outside. Oh. Did you say you wanted to meet Dan outside?
Keep the cameras out of my face. If you don't do that, I'll drag you the outside and beat the shit out of you. You want me to drag you out there?
Watch this government official forget he is a public servant and go full blast on a guy just holding a camera. Then when the cops showed up, the official tried to press charges. But then no one expected the biggest reversal in history.
I get I'm a public employee, but when I ask you nicely to get the camera out of my face, should have been done. No, send them an email. Try to schedule something. Don't just walk in the building like a goddamn bull in China shop, think you're gonna get something. You're not gonna get, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get locked doors. Every goddamn time you're gonna get doors. All right, bud. Sir. I mean, I'm not giving you money for the phone. We're good here. Do you want to press charges? Yes, please. We're doing my back. Thank you. Wait a second. Can I get you guys under arrest for what I did? Well, I wasn't gonna be under arrest.
So what he thought? He wants to have a conversation with Dan outside. Oh. Did you say you wanted to meet Dan outside?
Keep the cameras out of my face. If you don't do that, I'll drag you the outside and beat the shit out of you. You want me to drag you out there?
Watch this government official forget he is a public servant and go full blast on a guy just holding a camera. Then when the cops showed up, the official tried to press charges. But then no one expected the biggest reversal in history.
I get I'm a public employee, but when I ask you nicely to get the camera out of my face, should have been done. No, send them an email. Try to schedule something. Don't.
I need it. Hey, you get your fucking hands off me.
So my town has a tiny local tire shop. And this tire shop pretty much takes care of everybody in the town. They're super fast, reasonably priced, and service is excellent. I go there to get some tires put on the truck, and damn it, there's a line. I don't even pull in their parking lot because it's so busy. I pull in the parking lot next to them and just wait by my truck till things clear out a little bit. One of their more senior employees sees me, wanders over and says, "Hey, James, what can we do for you?" I said, "Oh, I'm just here for some tires." He says, "Not a problem, we'll take care of it." And they bring the jacks out of the area that they're working on into the other parking lot and start taking the tires off of my truck. One of the customers was waiting, started raising a big fuss. He was like, "Hey, I'm next in line." That employee said, "Yep, we're getting him first." Customer got super pissed. He was like, "Why are you getting him first? I'm next." They said, "Yeah, well, his entire company is a customer of ours and they spend over $20,000 a year. So we're going to take care of him first. So is the order of the line sacred, or do you give priority to bigger customers?" I don't have an answer on this one. So my town has a tiny local tire shop. And this tire shop pretty much takes care of everybody in the town. They're super fast, reasonably priced, and service is excellent. I go there to get some tires put on the truck, and damn it, there's a line. I don't even pull in their parking lot because it's so busy. I pull in the parking lot next to them and just wait by my truck till things clear out a little bit. One of their more senior employees sees me, wanders over and says, "Hey, James, what can we do for you?" I said, "Oh, I'm just here for some tires." He says, "Not a problem, we'll take care of it." And they bring the jacks out of the area that they're working on into the other parking lot and start taking the tires off of my truck. One of the customers was waiting, started raising a big fuss. He was like, "Hey, I'm next in line." That employee said, "Yep, we're getting him first." Customer got super pissed. He was like, "Why are you getting him first? I'm next." They said, "Yeah, well, his entire company is a customer of ours and they spend over $20,000 a year. So we're going to take care of him first. So is the order of the line sacred, or do you give priority to bigger customers?" I don't have an answer on this one. So my town has a tiny local tire shop. And this tire shop pretty much takes care of everybody in the town. They're super fast, reasonably priced, and service is excellent.
Something really strange is happening in Chernobyl right now, but nobody can explain it. Back in 1986, the Chernobyl nuclear plant exploded, releasing more radiation than 400 Hiroshima bombs.
That needs context. Hiroshima bomb was an instantaneous, prompt radiation release. Chernobyl was a long, messy release of
Did you not see the sign outside?
Just putting it away, Your Honor.
It should already be in your pocket. Let the record show the counsel is fined $1,000 for failing to follow the posted rules of the court.
Your Honor, I
And for
didn't mean
mouthing off. Another outburst like that, and you will be escorted out.
Your Honor, this is a waste of your time. Velocity Data Solutions requests dismissal.
Your Honor, if I may, this injunction request...
Counsel's approach. that's the exhibit filing? Why wasn't I given a courtesy copy?
Given the expedited nature of this hearing, I...
Hand it to me. I would have assumed that a lawyer appearing before a judge would come on time with his mouth shut and prepared with a courtesy brief.
My apologies.
Request denied.
Court adjourned.
Better luck next time, Harvey.
I want him when I go against you.
Did you not see the sign outside?
Just putting it away, Your Honor.
It should already be in your pocket. Let the record show the counsel is fined $1,000 for failing to follow the posted rules of the court.
Your Honor, I
And for
didn't mean
mouthing
to...
off.
Have you talked to them?
All right, sir. Yes, I did.
Okay.
They're requesting that you not come back to their business.
I never been to their business.
Okay, well, I'm telling you now.
I don't like that casino. I like Tachi. I like Eagle. That casino, I will never go to that casino.
Okay, well,
so you can go tell them that I will never step a foot there.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
They don't want you back, and if you.
I never been there, so they can tell me that they don't want me back because I never been there, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
That if you come back, you.
I never been there.
Subject to arrest. It doesn't matter.
I never been there.
It doesn't matter.
Apparently, you don't know the trespass laws, right? First is a warning, second is a ticket,
That's
then the
what I'm
third one, then the third. Well, give me my official warning then.
I'm warning you
Written
right
one.
now.
Man, come on. I do this for a living, man. You gonna...
So this is a little bail bonding drama for you guys. So I'm looking for this guy that's on a $5,000 bond, and I'm having like a really difficult time finding him. So I make the rounds to all the usual suspects. I talk to both of his girlfriends, talk to his ex-wife, talk to his ex-boss, kind of get some idea where he likes to go and hang out and shit like that. But most importantly, I find out about the types of vehicles that he's driving, and I get descriptions on all of them. And then I find out that one of his vehicles is reported stolen because he stole it from his ex-girlfriend. So I piece everything together and I find out that he's got this, spot up on the Blue Ridge Parkway that he likes to hike to so that he and his current girl can just relax. Well, I'm an outdoorsy guy. I go looking. For those of you that don't know, the Blue Ridge Parkway is fucking huge, and I didn't find him. But I found his motorcycle with both of his helmets. Bro, that shit is reported stolen by your ex-girlfriend. I just had the Park Service tow it. It's 16 miles back to town. Give me a call, I'll give you a ride to jail. Otherwise, you're walking. So this is a little bail bonding drama for you guys.
Honey, we're out of toilet paper.
Well, go to the store and get some.
I can't really do that right now.
Well, neither can I. I'm painting the coffee stains out of the mugs.
Aren't you gonna do something?
Of course I am. Here goes, sweetheart. Be careful, they have bleach in them, so they might burn a little.
Can we at least shut the window when they're running the dryer?
I like it. Feels like I'm being kissed by 1,000 little bunnies.
Joy, I'm serious. There's little pieces of clothes in my apple brown Betty.
Well, why don't you just take your little apple brown buns over there and tell them how you feel?
Joy, are you even in there?
Ow! I just got hit by a hot penny.
I split that cupcake with you, cupcake.
Joy, I need to owe you back. I'm Yin, you're Yang. Yin is nice, Yang's a bitch. This house doesn't work without Yang.
Beer can.
Oh, snappity, snap, snap, snap.
Honey, we're out of toilet paper.
I love a drummer because it's all brawn, no brains. All they have to do is they go 1, 2, 3, 4. They
and
have
then
to
go back to 1.
Yeah, they literally don't even get to 10.
Most you'll ever get to is 6.
Yep.
You see the same exact thing in Nick's second video when that guy David is taking him around. He's like, let me show you the second biggest fraud, non-emergency medical transportation. And I'm like, ding, 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 we have a winner.
This is fraud taking place. This is for Safari Transportation.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we did find out. This is fraud right here.
You're preparing for the Somali community to maybe be taken to concentration camps.
We're asking about fraud.
You hate Muslims.
I'm not saying I hate Muslims. We're talking about fraud. We're talking about fraud.
Why are you attacking us? Are you stupid?
I'm not stupid. You're stupid.
You're
Where's the transportation company?
You son of a...
sensationalizes.
Wow, you're very nice.
Out of our neighborhood. I'm the only community that does fraud.
We're looking for advanced mobility. Advanced mobility doesn't exist.
Oh,
You can't defend the fraud.
Oh, come on, at the daycare doing, hey, not at the daycare doing the middle finger though.
Obviously for this video we had to get security because look at this now. There were no transportation companies.
Oh, none.
You see the same exact thing in Nick's second video when that guy David is taking him around. He's like, let me show you the second biggest fraud, non-emergency medical transportation. And I'm like,
as scientists were drilling 100 feet into the Siberian permafrost, they suddenly hit a layer of ice that hadn't seen the sun in 30,000 years. Inside that frozen tomb, they discovered an ancient virus bigger than any other virus in the world. When they warmed it up in the lab, it woke up from its 300-century-long nap, and it immediately began to hunt and infect the microscopic amoeba nearby. Luckily, it didn't infect humans or animals, but we don't know what else could be hiding under there. As
Stop it. Miss Phalange, may I ask you a question as an impartial person at this table? Please stop it.
Commercial vehicle, you do need to inspect the vehicle, do a pre-trip. You have a pre-trip on you?
Are you a commercial vehicle inspector?
I'm a peace officer.
Yeah.
It's well within my authority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have your pre-trip on you?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah, it's over there.
Your logbook, please.
Stop it. Miss Phalange, may I ask you a question as an impartial person at this table? Please stop it. Wouldn't you pay good money to see these identical hands showcased in some type of a entertainment venue, huh?
If you leave now, I will chop off my hand and give it to you.
Didn't I just throw you out of here?
No, you threw out Phoebe. I'm Regina Phalange. Phalange.
Come on, lady.
Please take him too. Stop it.
Commercial vehicle, you do need to inspect the vehicle, do a pre-trip. You have a pre-trip on you?
Are you a commercial vehicle inspector?
I'm a peace officer.
Yeah.
It's well within my authority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have your pre-trip on you?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah, it's over there.
Your logbook, please.
Easy.
You have your logbook on you?
I don't have a logbook. I'm not 160K from home.
Okay. Just going to be doing a vehicle inspection on your truck here.
Why's that for?
I'll give you there because you're a commercial vehicle.
Oh yeah.
I'm driving on the provincial highway.
That's what you pulled me over for?
Well, and you fingered me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that why?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
You're driving a commercial vehicle, inviting attention to yourself.
Okay. No, that's all I need to know.
Good. What's your full name, sir?
It's on the driver's license.
Are you failing to identify
It's
yourself?
on the driver's license.
What's your full name and date of birth?
It's on the driver's license right
So
there.
You're failing to identify
I
yourself?
just gave you my driver's license, man.
Yeah, and I'm asking you who you are. And your current address?
It's on the card.
Can't read it. Do me a favor, turn on your four-way flashers. These tires are pretty bald. You didn't fill out your pre-trip?
Nope.
All right. You're aware of the condition of your tires here? Or? Are you aware of the, if you did your commercial vehicle, you do need to inspect.
My drink? My Diet Dr. Kelp? Don't tell me you forgot my drink! How am I supposed to eat this pizza without my drink? My drink? My Diet Dr. Kelp? Don't tell me you forgot my drink! How am I supposed to eat this pizza without my drink? My drink? My Diet Dr. Kelp? Don't tell me you forgot my—
At the first job you ever had, how much was your first pay raise? One of my first jobs.
Is this fake?
I clean one just like it on Sunday, but I don't know. Go ask Jason.
Is this legit?
yeah, Amanda, a fearless leader. Are you not familiar with the glop top?
They say in the comments that I give the glop top, but no, I don't know what you mean.
Them comments, man. What she was confusing that resin with is an epoxy resin called a glop top. You know, it is commonly used on, this is a counterfeit copy of Pokemon Sapphire version. And you see here it has the glop top, which I should probably stop saying over and over again. I should just say epoxy resin. Traditionally, Mario Duck Hunt does have the circuit board, but in later productions, the epoxy resin that is actually covering the circuit board, I believe something is underneath it, but I'm not 100% sure. I've never took one apart. Budget glop top board plays just as good as the regular Mario Duck Hunt. Not counterfeit, Amanda.
Great, so the one yesterday's good.
You want to see something pretty cool? Hold heat and cold on the driver's side and front defrost all at the same time. Dealer mode. There's a lot of information.
Nolan, you're arrested
arrested a guy this morning, Ezra Kane.
Well, that's the name he gave me. Didn't have any ID.
There was a triple homicide in Oregon 3 years ago. A husband and wife were brutally murdered, and their 15-year-old daughter was dragged into the woods. All they had was a fingerprint that didn't match anything in the system.
Until I ran Ezra Kane's.
Yeah.
The victims were the Poston family, Craig, Ava, and 15-year-old Samantha.
So what do we have on our suspect? We had a little bit of cash on him and a bunch of credit cards under various names.
Only 2 cards have recent activity on them. One was used 2 nights ago at the Hollywood Premier Motel. That dollar amount suggests that he still has the room.
Hi. Have you seen this man?
Room 216.
Police! All right, step out.
He's gonna come back. You have to go. You have to go, please.
Is your name Samantha?
Nolan, you arrested a guy this morning, Ezra Kane.
Sheriff Briscoe. Who the hell are you? I'm your postman. You got 3 seconds. Get your...
Ball, and if you don't know what the unputtable ball is, basically it's a golf ball that refuses to go straight. Most people use it as a prank on the putting green because it won't go in the hole, so I thought I'd test it to see what makes this golf ball wobble so much when you hit it. And the first thing I'm doing is putting in my sweet spot checker, that way I can see what is going to be the best spot to hit it on, because I have a feeling that this golf ball is completely unbalanced. Maybe there's weight on one side versus another, and that's what makes it all wobbly. So I want to make sure that I'm cutting in the area where I won't necessarily affect what's going on, but I can still see what makes this golf ball wobble. And pulling it out of the little machine here, we can definitely see that there is kind of a weird sweet spot on it, but that sweet spot actually revealed what looks like a seam around the golf ball, which is probably how they put this ball together and why it's going to be weighted off. So I thought, okay, the next best thing to do would be to cut it open to see what's going on inside. And immediately something was off, because all of this little black powder started to just leak out of it a little bit on the first cut, and then when I really gave it a good squeeze, it just shot out of the golf ball. I have no idea what it's made of. My guess might be tungsten powder or something weighted to make it wobble, but whatever it was had me really happy I did this over my sink. And when we take a closer look inside, you can see that there was a little bladder that all of this powder was full of, and attached with that plastic ring, which is how this golf ball works. Testing an unputtable.
Hey! We missed it! What, someone actually hit all 6 numbers? No, it rolled down. No.
There's a saying, inspect what you expect. One of my more seasoned employees was assigned with putting all the tools and equipment back on the truck and securing the truck ready for the road. I obviously checked his work before putting the truck on the road. That ratchet strap was loose. This ratchet strap was loose.
Did Arizona's Attorney General just go on TV and give the people of Arizona the green light to shoot ICE and Border Patrol agents?
Whoa, you all right?
Stop the bike. Drop it down. Hey, this is private property.
Whoa.
This is property. You guys are not supposed to be back here.
We're in a race right now.
It is a local race that everyone...
See the pink markers?
All the pink
I
markers.
know.
Attracts
My
us to
property.
South-
Yeah, I'm sorry that we're here. We're just following the markers they left for us.
We're at a local...
We got the transducers right here above our bills. Part of CRA Racing.
You know trying to run when you're in some serious trouble, right?
We're racing. We're trying to finish fast. Not trying to be disrespectful. We're trying to finish fast. We have 2 hours to do as many laps as we can. These pink markers.
Started this.
CRA Racing. Can we keep going or we have to stay here?
I need to get some information.
Okay, it takes about 13 minutes to do a lap, so that's about the wait time that somebody's gonna get around here. Come on, go, go!
Private property. Private property.
I don't know. I guess we just lost.
Is there anybody that is over there right now?
Yeah, there's like 40 riders. How'd you guys get in here?
We're just riding a local track. We had no idea. You guys are in trouble right now. This is private property. We'll finish our race, or?
There's like 30 minutes left in it. Get going if you're the leader, man. Come on, get going if you're the leader.
That's good right there. Where's home at?
Florida.
Whereabouts in Florida?
Winter Garden.
And where are you headed to?
We're headed to Yukon, well, British Columbia, Yukon, Northwest Territory, and then Alaska.
Okay. How long in Canada before you cross into Alaska?
3 weeks.
You transporting anything that you intend to give away, trade, sell, or leave in Canada for any reason?
No.
Have you been here before?
Yes.
When was the last time you were up here?
When was Niagara Falls?
A year ago? No, sorry,
Summer.
November.
November.
November, just this past November?
Yeah.
Okay, where'd you go at that time?
We went to Niagara Falls. Before that, we were in Newfoundland.
Okay. Just the one dog on board, no other animals? Dog's vaccinated for rabies?
Yep.
You guys carrying a weapon or firearm of any kind?
Bear spray.
Okay. So no handguns or long guns, ammunition?
No.
Any other weapons like tasers or anything like that? Large amounts of currency, more than 10 grand Canadian, more than 7,500 US. Vehicle's yours, and everything in the vehicle belongs to the two of you?
Yes.
What do you do for work, folks?
We're unemployed at the moment.
What were you last doing?
A teacher and housekeeping manager at Disney.
Oh, okay.
We quit so we could tour for a year.
Okay. All right, hang on one moment. Veggies or soil products?
No.
Have fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Hi, how you guys doing?
I'm doing good. I'm at work, but I do want you guys to tell us what kind of snacks you guys like.
You know it doesn't matter.
It matters to me.
Honestly, I'll tell you the truth right now. I've been getting my tail kicked since yesterday, but I pulled up right now and I was like, oh my gosh, hi, how you guys doing?
If you want to give someone a large amount of money, but you don't want to pay taxes on it, have them sue you for personal injury and settle out of court.
You know, there has to be a law against this. I mean, if a jury decides that you're owed that money because you had $100,000 in pain and suffering, that's real. I mean, that's a real verdict, and the jury, whether they're right or wrong, I mean, that is the jury's answer, and that's what we live and die by. The pain and suffering money never gets touched by the government. It is tax-free. The video takes it further, though, and it says settle out of court. And that's where that feeling I get as a lawyer that's like, this has to be a crime. Like, this can't be right. The idea of settling out of court through a voluntary settlement just between two parties seems to track way more towards money laundering, because that's what it is, as opposed to a realistic settlement.
If you want to give someone a large amount of money, but you don't want to...
So I know that this company, Reese, they just swear by these. They are like these.
Hey, Doc, I come bearing latte.
Lane, can I have mine? I don't drink foam.
Yeah, gimme. Better latte than never.
Oh. The bar for humor in this town is very low.
Hey, Doc, I come bearing...
Where'd you get that, Alice? You what? Don't let it...
Hey, I got a letter in the mail for a fuel pump recall. Yeah. I was just dropping it off for that.
Yeah, sure. You waiting here?
Yeah, I'm waiting here.
Okay, and you want the oil change too?
Yeah, oil change is fine too, but mostly the fuel pump recall.
Okay.
I need that done.
I saw somebody with a USB drive, the shell was open, and there's just like a firecracker sitting inside of it. And I'm like, you know what would be cool is if it was worse. USB rubber ducky. You plug it in, it types something really fast to control a computer or whatever you want, right? First thing I had to do, if you open up a rubber ducky, there's not much space in there. It's all electronics. I think it was like 8 by 10 millimeters, a pill, basically. That left the rest of the thumb drive empty that I could hook up with a little mini detonator, maybe a firecracker or two, and a bunch of confetti. And I rigged this up to a keystroke injection payload that opens a browser to animation of Jack in the Box. And he's cranking it, right, on the screen. Except it goes for an awkwardly long amount of time to build up tension. It's going, and you're like...
That's what shows up on the screen when you plug it in?
So you're watching that, and then pop, the drive blows up, confetti goes everywhere. A lot of people ask me to sell that. No, that's a terrible idea.
Before granting you entry to Germany, you must first answer these simple questions. What are the 2 most followed sports here in Germany?
Rules and regulations.
Correct. When a German says they have a little bit of English, what do they mean?
That they speak English better than you.
Yeah. A train departs Stuttgart at 12:38 p.m. traveling at 140 kilometers per hour, carrying 67 passengers. 14 alight at Mannheim and 3 get on. 22 board at Frankfurt and 4 get off. At what time does it arrive in Berlin?
On time.
Correct. When a German says they are tired and they wish to go home, what do they really mean?
That they're tired and they wish to go home.
Correct. And finally, the most difficult question of all. What is the capital of Germany?
Berlin. Yeah.
9. The answer is G. G for Germany is the capital. It's just a joke to lighten the mood at the ends of the test. And you say we Germans don't have a sense of humor? But
The Secret Service teamed up with 10 local law enforcement agencies and fanned out across Central Florida.
So this is one of the tools that we utilize.
Investigative analyst James Burkett uses a skim scan to check this ATM machine in this convenience store.
Essentially, we insert it in, and then it pops that it's red.
Meaning a skimmer is inside. He immediately dismantles it.
This is where the pinhole camera is back here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pop this out. This is the battery pack, little SD card that's in here.
The camera is to record your PIN number. Next, he pulls out the actual skimmer.
So the camera
gets your PIN.
Correct.
And then the skimmer gets all the data off the card.
Correct.
The Secret Service teamed up with 10.
This is not for makeup, my friend. How cool is this?
Gabe, I'm back. More gold, and I think this is like a makeup set.
Dude, Nate, what is this?
I got it from a flea market.
You did? Where? Which flea market did you go to, dude? This looks like real gold and real emeralds and diamonds. There's a mirror inside.
Yeah, see, they put the makeup in there.
Oh, makeup? I don't think it's for makeup. Hang on 1 second. I think you can twist this. Oh. Nate. This is not for makeup, my friend.
What is it for?
How cool is this? I'm not gonna say what it is. The people that are watching it is gonna know what it is.
Yeah,
Scarface. Have you watched the movie Scarface?
I understand what you're putting down, yes.
Okay.
I think it's real gold.
Let's go test it out.
Okay,
this
cool.
is really cool. What have we got here? We're looking.
Shaka. Is that what you call yourself?
Hey! Fight each other, we lose. Dear God, it's him.
Who?
The one. White guy's answer to all the disappointments and another A-lister. They're coming. Who's they? Oh, they're driving angry. Now that's a superhero landing. I got this. Stay close. Aye, Captain. You got this.
Cassandra is gonna be giddy when she sees what we caught.
You're not gonna love what happens next.
My God, he's gonna say it!
Say what?
Avengers!
Flame on!
Sorry, what now?
Oh! Fuck!
We don't know that guy.
Hey! Fight each other!
My name is Will, and this is how I use the Firefire Swipe tool. You put the Firefire Swipe tool in.
Hey! What's up?
Up against the wall.
What's the problem?
Up against the wall.
Hey, take it easy, all right?
Against the wall! Go. Spread your legs. Spread them!
2 cops stopped West for questioning and a pat-down. They found out West was a cop too, but the cops didn't apologize to her at all. Instead, they mocked West for being a rookie. West suited up and went on patrol with a veteran cop named Tom. Tom told her to stay in the car while he met with an undercover officer alone. But before long, West suddenly heard a gunshot. Worried Tom was in danger, she rushed into the warehouse to back him up. But what West saw shocked her. Tom was talking to a group of drug dealers. One of the dealers even pulled a gun and killed another guy, and Tom just stood there, doing nothing to stop it. West's body cam caught every single second of it.
What the hell are you doing? I thought I told you to stay in the car. What are you doing here?
Whoa, 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 this isn't what it looks like. Just relax.
They suddenly started shooting at West, trying to steal her body cam. But after West fell downstairs, she vanished without a trace. Her bulletproof vest saved her life, but she still got hurt. West ran for her life while calling nearby cops for help. A police car showed up for backup right away, but as soon as the cop got out, he pulled his weapon. West realized this cop was no good either.
West, hey, don't be stupid, West. All he wants is the body cam.
West used every last bit of strength to climb over the fence and escape. She ran into a store and begged the owner for help, but the owner was too scared to do anything for her.
I don't want no parts of this. Police is riding around here all the time. They'll help you.
It was the cops that shot him.
It's cold. Someone dumped the dog off.
on our street. No one can get close to it. It's been a week or so now. So we went to Tractor Supply, bought a cage, bought some food. Let's see if we can go get it. You may be wondering why we're doing this. It's because the bed's full of stuff that we haven't emptied out yet. So. Here we are. Happened to catch her in the middle of the night. You still want me to call you or wait till morning? Or?
Wait till morning, but you'll come get her right away.
Yep, sure will.
That would be wonderful, sure. Right. Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
I have this rare thing where my heart is on the wrong side. It's on the right, not the left.
Organ reversal is most common among identical twins.
Oh, well, wait, how would I know? I was just a fetus. I have this rare thing where my heart is on the wrong side. It's on the right, not the left.
Last year, I created this. It's a portable laser device designed to project text onto distant surfaces like walls. The goal was to achieve a range far beyond that of a typical projector, albeit with a major trade-off in resolution. The device uses a rotating array of 12 mirrors, each set at a slightly different angle to generate scan lines. Meanwhile, the laser turns rapidly on and off within those lines to form pixels. Although it worked fairly well, I felt that there was significant potential for further development and expansion of this concept. To make a better version, there were a few key things that I needed to tackle. First up, the resolution. Vertically, it was limited to just 12 lines, one for each mirror. Horizontally, I could display about 20 characters, each with roughly 8 pixels in them. This was due to a mix of my less than perfect code. Then there was the horizontal wobbling effect. While some viewers thought that it looked cool, it wasn't exactly what I was going for, and it did make the text harder to read. Another issue was that the device only projected in green and didn't have any brightness control. The laser was either on or off. The power source was also an area for improvement. I used 8 AA batteries, which was a bit bulky. A rechargeable lithium-ion battery would have been more compact and efficient. Lastly, the device only handled static text input via USB or Bluetooth. But before we go any further, what am I really trying to accomplish here? Basically, I want to be able to project not only text, but also simple graphics, animations, and maybe even low-resolution video over long distances. To do that, I need to create raster images, meaning ones composed of individuals don't do that. They produce vector images. Computers don't do that. They produce vector images composed of connected line segments. The advantage of raster images is that they can show filled in areas of just outlines. You almost think of this device as trying to recreate mechanically what a CRT except with lasers instead of an electron beam. I want to take a quick second to remind everyone that experimenting with high-powered lasers can be extremely detrimental to your eyesight. So if you're going to mess around with this kind of stuff, make sure you know what you're doing. To begin with, I decided to see if I could just improve the existing device. The first step was to overhaul the code. From the comments that I got on the first video, I learned several helpful tricks to help streamline things. I also revamped the character data arrays to use 8x12 pixel grids of 1s and 0s, representing on and off states, much cleaner than the previous system that used positive and negative numbers. Ultimately, I was still bottlenecked by the Arduino Nano's clock speed, 16 MHz. So I decided that it was time for an upgrade. Enter the Teensy 4.0, which has a 600 MHz processor. That's 37.5 times faster. It also has more pins, greater flash memory, and some other nice features. But it is a 3.3 volt system, so I had to make some adjustments. I updated the circuit board to fit the Teensy, and combined with the improved code, this made a noticeable step.
You know what? That's a fucking bald-faced lie, and I'm gonna prove it. It is not. Prove it to me. Show me your.
This is the calm before the storm. Either late tomorrow evening or early Sunday morning, we are going to see snow start to begin to fall across our city. It will fall and then fall some more. And the forecasts don't always get it right, but what is being predicted right now, whether it's a foot of snow or even a little bit more, would be one of the biggest snowfalls that our city has seen in years.
We are heading into a very, very dangerous weather event that is unfolding later today and throughout this weekend into Monday, throughout every corner of the state. No state will be immune from feeling the effect of Mother Nature's wrath on this weekend.
We are expecting wind chills to be below 0. So to make sure we have all the resources we need to respond, I am declaring a state of emergency in the District of Columbia, effective now.
This winter storm has the potential to be remarkably dangerous. And also, this winter storm we know is not just going to impact the state of Maryland. A storm of this size, a storm of this magnitude, is one that needs to be taken very, very seriously. Please stay off the roads. Please look after your neighbors. Please be advised, and when guidance is given, Please follow.
Every so often, I get handed a note from a stranger in Japan. I was walking through a popular train station in Osaka when a random man handed me a laminated pink note and just walked away. At first, it looked like an ad for a new shop, but as I read more, I realized it wasn't just for any ordinary shop. Summarized, the note read as follows. This flyer is not being handed out to just anyone. We are only giving it to truly attractive women. We run a woman-only store in Osaka. We'd love to have someone as charming as you help us out. We will fully explain the job details to you during the interview. We promise that it's not a dirty job that will tarnish your body or reputation. This is something that only beautiful and cute girls like you can do. We also welcome beautiful college students and part-time. Earn big. Full daily payment. Average of 25,000 yen in 5 to 6 hours. For a limited time, if you come and meet and just hear us out, you'll receive a cash gift envelope. Judging by the fact that they specifically say that this job won't tarnish your body, it's likely a flyer for a kyabakura or a girls bar. Places where men go to drink and talk to attractive women. I support women making money and SW as long as it's something they're happy doing, but I personally can't handle talking to people in general, so kyabakura and girls bars wouldn't work for me.
Chris Stokes in office had a really important hearing once. So I said to him, hey, I'll swing by, I'll pick you up, and then you can keep preparing in the car. So I'm driving, he's not paying attention, he's looking at his notes, making changes, and I'm just cruising along. And we are really, really early. So I swing off the highway and I get breakfast. Chris looks up and says, oh wow, I didn't realize we're that close already. And I say, yeah, we're making really good time. I'm gonna pull into that parking garage right next to the courthouse. And he goes, I didn't know there was a parking garage there. And I go, yeah, no, I'm sure. There's this parking garage, it's right next to the courthouse, we can walk through the walkway. And he goes, you're talking about blah blah county. And I go, yeah. And he goes, we're going to so-and-so county. And I go, oh, yeah. Immediately type in the directions, and we are now like 3 minutes behind schedule. Chris's demeanor was about the same. You know, he still sat in silence. It was a different kind of silence, more of an upset silence. I think he realized that we were in potential trouble when I was looking up the judge's phone number so I could give them a heads up that we were potentially going to be 4 minutes late. I dropped him off at the courthouse steps and like, here, get out. I don't know how, but we got here. That's the stupidest thing I've probably done. Chris Stokes in office had a really important